Welcome to D&D with THC, Lost Minds of Phandelver, episode 18. We've been a couple weeks away from this campaign, so it'll be interesting to see what we got coming up. I know some big things are on the horizon, so I'll hand it over to our DM, Jared. Take it away, Jared.
All right, thank you guys. So when we last left off, you had a comfortable conversation with a few awakened trees that left you with a new understanding for your magic barrel that you had, with a warning slapped on it that was recommended to never really use it. Right now, you are waking up from the night's rest. You all have your spell slots back. You've had a full rest. You are on the high road, making your way to Neverwinter. Looking at the map and your current terrain, you gather you'll probably make it into Neverwinter in around the evening time, probably around the 7 p.m. Mark. Anything anybody's doing in particular on the road there?
I feel like something was left out fairly important about that barrel transaction.
So I saw in your profile that you like to cook.
Oh, I love it.
I'm glad you love to cook.
What would
That's
that be?
great. That's amazing. Found that profile.
Politicians, not just the mayor.
Lex, is that you, bro?
Yeah, it definitely is. He
Lex.
rated on it, too.
We can hear your TV, bro.
Found your profile that you like to cook, bud. The world knows now.
It's a YouTube advertisement.
On Twitter.
But didn't we put that barrel on one of those zombies, Rufus?
Yeah, Rufus is not
Yeah.
wearing
The barrel is strapped to Rufus. Yes.
Yeah, I thought it was a bad idea, but we did it.
We're traveling along the road, and I'm riding in the wagon, I guess, and I'm watching Rufus.
Yeah, Rufus currently has a barrel wood strapped to his body, with the wood strapping being serving for hold against his.
Turn into something.
He's got glossed over eyes at this point. So he, what once was just very dead, sort of blackened eyes, has this almost gray haze to it now.
Like a blind old dog.
Yeah.
So, mate, is he alive?
Who are you asking?
Obviously, the guy who controls the zombie.
I all I know is that I still have control over him for now, it seems, and that's about it. He just looks healthier. That's all I know. I can't talk to him. I can't talk to him. I can only command him.
How does one who is dead start to look healthier, mate?
You give him some of that romantic juice.
Some pretty good magic, I guess. Well, we know the magic holds souls, and the souls will give him life. That's what the trees told
And the
us.
crazy shit is, I just remembered. I'm sounding all scared. This was pretty much my idea to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, 100% it was.
It could be the best
Hold on, let me
idea.
adjust my attitude.
Yeah. High risk, high reward.
I'm able.
I am still staring at Rufus, but with admiration. I'm happy that he looks healthier.
I'm like I said,
we
I'm
also
able to
learned-
control him for the most part.
We also learned that the barrel was coming from something, right?
Some
Like some
necromancer.
host. Yeah, like a necromancer, like a strong-ass
magic.
necromancer.
He could potentially.
One necromancer we know of in the local vicinity, mate.
Oh, let's not all rush to conclusions here. That guy was a pretty good guy, I thought.
He did have zombies. Not. What the hell was carrying the barrel originally? It wasn't a kobold. Those were way too
Goblin,
small.
was it
A
not?
goblin?
No, I think it was just another guy, wasn't it?
No,
No, it was a guy.
Yeah, it was just a really skinny guy.
No, it was a goblin.
No.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah, that makes
Most
sense.
definitely was a goblin.
Yeah.
The bastard, I think, might have robbed me, but I'm not sure.
I don't know, mate, but whatever he took was well worth what we got.
Droop or
Yeah.
something was his name. Was that his
No.
name? Droop?
No, Droop was in the cave, or Droop was in the manor, and he was the squirrely goblin that fucked off on you.
Yeah, he helped us get
Yeah,
out
the
of the
potion of,
cavern for the most part.
he took the
Well,
took the
he
potion of
kinda-
invisibility.
He kind of fucked us too.
Yeah, I think he just saw an opportunity and left before we killed him.
The Goblin Way.
So we're moving along the road here, right? Is that what I understand?
Mhm.
Rufus is now looking healthy.
Correct.
And we're making our way towards
Rufus is
Neverwinter.
looking as healthy as a more skinned zombie can. I mean, he doesn't look human by any
like, is
sort
he still
yet,
he's
but
still stitched together, right? Like I can like my gray.
his
stitching
so
is
his
still there.
stitches are starting to form over with gray skin. He's
Okay.
got most of his
he's
body.
revitalized. The barrel literally revitalized him, mate.
Yeah, the
the-
trees
the-
told us the souls inside the barrel provide well, as long as there's souls in the barrel, it's everlasting life.
Yeah.
Wow.
The skin and the tattered warns that were on him before from the multiple hoof kicks that he received when trying to eat Mars. Also from the scrapes and pulls on his shoulders from when he attempted
His
to pull
arms
the
fell
wagon.
off.
Yeah,
And his
those
legs
are
go at
starting
one point.
to.
Yeah, his whole
Yeah,
waist.
those are starting to clear over with this very milky gray skin. As you guys walk, he's just very slowly, and when I say very slowly, like you're looking back every say hour of your journey, and you're noticing small changes.
Am I sensing any difference with the community? Like, do I sense any type of communication difference between me and him, or is everything still seem the same?
I'm making an Arcana check.
Wow.
You sort of squint your eyes and settle in to try and gain a little bit of understanding as to whether or not he's listening to you. You don't see any difference that you can tell. As far as you can tell, you've got full control of him.
No change. I think a few of us are definitely keeping one eye on Rufus.
I definitely am, especially knowing that Dab's worried that he might lose.
I'm not
control of him.
not really worried about losing control of him. I'm
well,
pretty confident in the fact that he's doing all right now. I'm more. I think you guys are putting too
Just
much
keeping
into
an
this.
eye. But
Rufus has
as
done
a
a lot for us
secondary-
here. I think he's
as a
his heart's in the
secondary
right
eye-
place, wherever that place may be, and his body.
I'll also keep an eye, because if he does lose control, I can attempt to gain control if it happens. So I'll keep an eye on him.
Is he? So he must still technically be undead though, because I've only got connection with the undead, correct? Through necromancy.
Yeah,
Correct.
and that's the same thing. I can only control undead.
But
Well-
there are levels to undead, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
We'll start worrying when he can talk.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Rufus, can you speak? What's your name, Rufus? Say your name, boy.
He just-
No, not yet. We're fine.
Yeah.
We're fine.
So we'll keep heading down the road to Neverwinter.
Okay, so you guys come in. You're coming in from the south side of the Sword Coast, and Neverwinter is a river town. It's well known throughout the area. Many of the folks that you're traveling with right now would know this town. It's ever since the large eruption of Mount Hotanau, it's been a vastly different city. None of you have actually been back since that cataclysmic event. Most of you have been in the southern regions of the Sword Coast and haven't made your way back to Neverwinter for some time. Last time you were there, Lord Neverember is, he was leading with an iron fist. Wasn't a dictator by any means, but he had a firm grip on his city. But ever since Mount Hotanau's eruption, you've heard that it is more of a distended and fractured city. Where used to be riches and beautiful cityscapes now live rather poor and impoverished conditions. In some of the areas, there are still, the lords and the ladies, but there's also now a large chasm that rips through the middle of the actual city as well. So you make your way through these large gates to the south. all of you moving your faces in through this large gate. So right now you're approaching this large gate. As you get closer and closer to Neverwinter, sorry, my apologies. As you get closer and closer to Neverwinter, you're noticing that the road becomes a little bit more industrious. It becomes a little tougher and more robust to be able to handle the wagon loads that are coming in and out. But you're also noticing that you're not seeing a lot. You're seeing a lot of foot traffic, but you're not seeing a lot of cart traffic. One of the reasons being is because it is a port city, so it gets a lot of its trade and merchants through the port. It's got a large river that runs right through the middle of it, all the way up to Mount Hotenau. So that feed comes right through the wood and actually bisects the city. You enter through a gate in the south end. You're greeted by groups of people just sort of immigrating into the actual city. You guys are coming into. You come to a set of. So the city's basically almost like shaped like a giant eye, if you will. And as you're coming in, you would be coming in from the south.
Should we cover that barrel up before we go walking into the city? I mean, it's not going to be noticeable. It's going to
Should
draw
we cover
attention.
the zombie up before we come walking into the city?
Well, we can just put like a helmet on him, maybe some gloves. It'd be all right.
Weekend at Bernie's right now.
Fuck a helmet and some gloves. I love that.
Cover up the gray parts,
Does
long
anybody-
sleeve shirt.
Does anybody got like any spells that can like make stuff look like it's not?
I don't know, Mr. Wizard, do you?
I do, but I don't think I took the time to put any of those on.
Fuck, you're on fire so far today, Pino.
Well, if you had one of those spells, I could definitely enhance your ability to do it.
This from the guy that turns himself into something different every fucking 5 minutes.
Yeah, I like to space it out more than that.
Can we turn Rufus into some rats to turn up?
No. Unfortunately, it doesn't work on other people. I mean, we could throw a blanket over him and say he's just a weird fucking hunchback.
Yeah, well, probably a good idea.
Like a really big hunchback, but
So yeah, we'll probably try to disguise Rufus.
Let's do
very.
Let's do it.
All right, so this is all going to be sort of manual, right? So I need you guys to make and you guys can assist each other. So I mean, I'll let you do it with advantage. Make a deception roll, or sorry, make a performance check.
I got.
And actually, what I want you to do is, if it's
is
the
what
three
my-
of you dressing him up, I want you guys to just dress them. Each of you make a what roll? Sorry.
Performance.
Yeah, a performance check. I want each one of you so far. So,
Ganja,
oh Jesus, Pino,
Pino,
Ganja, and Dab,
Dab.
make a performance check. You're trying to.
with
You're
advantage.
trying to. Not with advantage necessarily. I'm going to just take the average of all three of you, so that way it sort of evens out.
Wow.
That's not good.
Come on,
Yeah. That's not good, Dab or Pino.
You guys
Jesus.
fucking suck. Oh god.
This is gonna be a Mrs. Doubtfire situation. That's what this is.
Mrs. Doubtfire is pretty
No,
good. There we go.
that's
There we go.
Taylor.
That's
I
So we're both-
kind of gave us some average.
The only problem
Disguise.
is that I was taking the average, so
that's still under 10.
yeah.
2 plus 3, divided by 3, you're at 9.
Below average.
That's below average.
Wow.
So he walks in. So Rufus, like by the time you guys sort of stand back,
The part I did looks great.
yeah,
by the way.
Rufus basically has this large humpback. He's just got a sort of a cloak around his neck to protect most of his body. His gray skin shows through this tattered shirt that you've put on the front. He has, for whatever reason, a bit of lipstick around his lips.
Berry juice.
Because
I smeared berry juice on his
a little
face
bit of
to make
berry
some
juice
red
has been
lips.
slipped around his lips. And for some reason, somebody spent the dwarf spent an absorbent amount of time making small shoes for him, which would not have benefited him in any way in terms of trying to be disguised. But Dab has created from the wood in the thickets and is using his magical powers basically what looks like garbage bag shoes for Rufus the zombie. And so he's walking in looking like absolute death on wheels. The gray skin still showing, still very evident. But at the very least, you could pass him off for somebody who's extremely ill.
He's my sick
Hospital in this
grandmother.
town.
He's my sick old grandmother.
Father?
Fuck.
Father?
So
Grandma, is
you
that
guys
you?
basically, you have options right now to you come to, like, it's starting to get very well bustled on the streets. You haven't come to these massive gates just yet. You come to a bit of a fork in the road. People are going left and right. But the fork in the road really literally just goes left or right. You gather that they're both entrances to the city. Which way are you guys going, left or right?
Which way is the crowd flowing in? Both
The
sides or
bulk
just
of-
one?
Yeah, the bulk of the crowd is moving towards the left one. However, there's a fair amount of individuals going towards the south as well. Or sorry, not towards the south, towards the right one.
Does anybody know anything about this town? We need papers to get in here?
Most of you know that immigration was pretty lax back when you knew Neverwinter, but ever since the eruption, you have no idea.
No, follow the crowd, I guess.
Yeah, I would say that's probably the better idea.
So
Sort of
which
like
so you're gonna want to basically
go
go to the
left.
one, because again, like I said, there isn't one that's sort of a crowd. It's just maybe one or two more people are going to the left rather than the right.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
I'd say go left. Stay with the crowd would be the better idea, I would think.
Okay, so you go to you head towards the left. You're noticing as you're getting closer and closer to the entrance, the crowd that you've chosen to be around are very upscale individuals. They have, they're riding with mostly horses and carriages that are pretty ornate. A lot of noble wizards, not warlocks, but wizards, and elven descent all around you. A lot of them look down at Rufus and just sort of scoff, and a couple of them sort of you see a couple of very dapper people just sort of retching over in the corner because they're currently throwing up at the sight of them. The smell of Rufus is also starting to emanate through the crowd. So as you move through, the people behind you are sort of gagging. You're a ragtag crew at best, and you have a very stanky ox that's currently carrying your cart. You don't have a very fancy horse, so you're definitely not fitting in with the crowd that you're walking through at the moment.
Do you still have that unicorn head, or do we give that away?
It's still currently in your cart on the top.
That horn off that thing.
Yeah.
So I mean,
By the way,
you've got some bedrolls, you've got some basic supplies inside that cart, rations, things like that. A unicorn head currently resides in there as well. The reins that are currently holding on your ox are still blood smeared from the marsh being eaten, as well as there's probably it's peppered with bits of black ichor from Rufus trying to pull it.
As the crowd starts to take notice of Rufus and all that and stuff, I'm gonna take a few feet step back, like probably 10 feet or so, 15, maybe 20 feet.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
From the cart, and keep following, but just kind of separate myself from the cart.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Just for stepping. Okay.
Okay, you start retching, but not actually throwing up from the smell of Rufus because you've realized you've now stepped downwind of a zombie.
Ugh. I'm still following the cart, but I'm.
Yep.
So
You're
even
holding
though
it
he's getting
together
health
for now.
He's still stanking.
Oh, he's still stanking. He still has death on him for sure.
Maybe we should have got him an air freshener.
The lipstick's not helping.
Or smeared him in ox shit.
At this point, it could have been better.
Well, it is what it is.
How was it?
Where are we heading in this city?
Let's go try
Find
to
a
make
stable
some
for
money.
Rufus?
So at this point in time, you guys get to these two massive doors that basically serve. They're really, really beautiful, ornate wooden doors that open up into what looks like a massive town of hamlets and things like that that are just scattered throughout. You walk in to see a huge amount of public coming in through the middle of it. You've got guys waving pieces of paper around, yelling out, "Maps! Maps! Get your maps here! Find your way around! It's new! It's new!"
I'll go up and how much?
Well, there'll be 5 gold pieces, sir.
5 gold for a map. That seems a bit pricey, doesn't it?
Well, you need to know your way around Neverwinter. It's changed a bunch.
Look for the next map,
I'll get-
Zeller.
Yeah, I think I can find something a little bit cheaper, or I'll
By all
find my way
means,
around for free.
Good day to you and good luck.
You too, my friend.
Overly emphatic. You've seen more people. Like there's probably 4 or 5 different sort of roadside vendors waving papers around.
I go back to the group, and so should we get a map, or you guys think we can get around here just fine?
Yeah.
Look for the guy that's in a corner, just kind of like, if he's being real secretive, he's not very boasty. Those guys usually got the cheap maps. Kind of down a dark alleyway. Might have
Yeah,
him in
but
his coat.
those dark, guys in alleys, guys in dark alleys, are
Well,
they
you want
might
to? Do you
know
want to
it.
be cheap, or do you want to get the expensive one? This is the questions you need to ask yourself. If you want the cheap one, we got to
Can
go
we
down a
trust
dark
the cheap
alley.
guy though?
Hey, I don't know. That's the price you pay for the cheap
Don't
map.
get the cheap one.
All
Don't
right.
get the cheap one. Get your money's worth.
All right. So then we should. If Richter's saying we should get a good map, then yeah, let's go get a good map.
This shit might fuck around and take us to like where all the weird shit is at.
Think you'd want to go there though?
fucking I tossed fucking ganja 5 golds. So you
Okay.
can go buy that map.
I'm gonna look for another guy first.
I want the change.
No, yeah, I totally plan on giving it to you. That's not my style.
So you see another one. Mops here. Get your mops.
How much you charging for your maps?
Well, these maps here were 2 gold pieces a piece, but they're the best in town.
You know what? You got a deal. I'll flick him 2 gold.
Okay, so he hands you a rolled up piece of parchment. You flick him the 2 gold. He goes, "Good day to you, sir. Find your way around."
Before I leave, I'll actually open it up and look at it.
And so you look at it, and it's basically like this. It's clearly a hand drawn map because these obviously can't be printed very easily.
Yeah.
It's a hand drawn map. It's basically in the shape of an eye. It's got very crude drawings of small buildings throughout. It has like 5 major sort of districts written on it, but that's really it. There isn't really any direction as to what's where. One of the corners just says Protector's Enclave, which is round roughly where you think you are. There is what kindly he puts at is a "You Are Here" star, which is kind of nice. You've got your Protector's Enclave. You've got in the top corner, you've got a Black Lake district, and so on. So it's crude, but you can generally at least start to know the 5 major districts of the area.
Did I know Neverwinter at all before?
You did.
What it is now? Does it resemble that at all?
The names don't sound familiar to you very much. I mean, the Protector's Enclave, that really hasn't changed. You see another one with just a giant, like basically a line that says the Chasm with a giant X through it. That's new to you. And then the River District, and on the other side of the river, there's the River District, and it's just got a skull and crossbones on it, and you have no idea why.
Yeah, it must be poisonous.
I asked him about that. What's with this skull and crossbones here?
Well, you must know, ever since the great cataclysm, orcs have taken up that district. They're not too kind to outsiders.
That's good to know. Anything else I should know? Any other good tidbits of information you got about the city that you'd want to tell a new arrival to the city?
Listen, buddy, I'm in the merchant's business. Time is money.
I'll flick him another gold.
You flick him another gold coin. He sort of chinks it in his teeth, puts it in his pocket. He's like, well, there are 3 main bridges to get across, but the one you really like is the Winged Wyvern.
It'll be the middle one. I
Middle
would
one.
stay away from the chasm. Not too much good going on down there. All the aboliths and things. Basically, it's a ruin, that corner of the town. What are you looking for?
We're not really sure. We're headed to Thunder Tree, aren't we? Out of character.
Yep.
Yeah, we're headed to Thunder Tree. Just stopping in the city, resupplying, probably heading back out soon. So not looking for anything in particular, but
Looking for information, maybe some gold, maybe a job.
Are you talking
there?
to Pino or?
I'm nudging Ganja saying that.
well, I mean, you heard the man.
Well, interestingly enough, there's always jobs to be had around. A house of knowledge has always got tiny little pieces of information they're looking to have. If you're looking to wet your whistle, the Driftwood Tavern would be the place to go. That's up in the bay, across the river, of course. But if you're looking for things to actually buy, I'd go just north in the Black Lake District across the river. Stay away from Castle Never, though. Lord Nevermember does not love people walking around there unless they're invited, if you know what I mean.
Fair enough. Well, thanks for your time. The map, the info. You have a
My
good day.
pleasure. And then he just
And,
goes back to maps it.
So just it's just you and I there right now, right, Pino?
I think we were all that far away from each other.
Before we get really back to the group, like I
Yeah.
stop or I kind of nudge you and like, so we gonna talk about this whole blood from our fucking eyes thing? Like,
I'm just kind of trying to ignore it for now.
I mean, from my experience, ignoring things like that, no good can come from it. I tried to
Shit
ignore
about it. Maybe you can talk to one of your priesty friends and see if they know anything about it, but fucking weird.
I mean, maybe it's something we don't have to figure out right now, but it's definitely something we should keep in mind. It's, not something you want to
It hasn't
forget about.
It hasn't gotten worse, has it, over the time you traveled to the city?
Not as far as you can tell. Not as far as you can tell. I mean, really not much has happened with your eyes since then, if that's the case.
So, what happened right before it happened last time? Like, we were in a combat, were we not?
We died.
Was it? Did it happen as soon as we came back into that room? Is that when it happened?
I think you were in the middle of some sort of altercation, I believe. I honestly don't. This is why you guys are meant to take notes.
I
Not
think
me.
we were talking to the trees, wasn't it? We jumped something, then the trees helped us kill it, or something like that.
That's
Oh
possible.
wow, I remember this totally wrong then. I thought it happened when we were talking to you guys right after the encounter.
It was. That didn't happen when you guys were in combat. You guys were in basically down below, and you had sort of looked at each other from falling in.
Did it happen before or after the Rufus ritual?
I would have been before the Rufus ritual.
Yeah, I thought it was just after we fought the blood thing, and
Okay.
only me and Ganja could see it, right?
Yeah.
By the way, this is what I'm showing you now is the map that you guys are generally seeing.
Where's the skull and crossbones?
Yeah, that would be right near the river district.
Okay.
Here, I'll give you the flavor.
So then, I mean, I guess what do you fellas want to do here? You want to find information and move on? You want to try to make some gold? You want to try to buy some shit? I have a little bit of money, not much.
Well, I mean,
We need to sell that
kind of
unicorn
pull out
perch.
my old I pull out my old rusty sword. Like, I'd like to replace this thing. It's done okay, but I think I could use something a little bit better.
Do we need to
Yeah,
put that
definitely.
unicorn horn into Gideon's trident, or have we done that already?
Let's do that here.
I haven't done that yet. Could see
Probably
if
the
somebody
best
can
place
do
I
that
can buy
here.
it.
Probably
It's
in
a big
the
enough city.
yeah.
Well, the Protector's Enclave sounds, more like the military side of things.
Sounds like the Men in Black.
We're not supposed to go to the chasm. Definitely stay away from the chasm. I think the bridge we want to take is the middle one. It's called the Winged Wyvern or something like that. I know it's the middle one.
It's the Winged Wyvern, goddammit.
Sorry. Wyvern, tomato,
We're going to have
tomato.
this conversation every time.
Every time. Tiefling, Tiefling.
Tomato,
At least-
tomato.
Leave his character's accent alone.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not even an accent.
Leave him alone. He's a vegan.
He's
Sal's
a vegan.
sleeping.
Ganja's not.
Al does look like he's sleeping. Oh my god, guys.
No, he
Is Al
definitely
sleeping?
is.
He's not sleeping. He's charging.
He's recharging the batteries.
He's on low power mode, eh?
He's resetting. I think
Ow!
right now, Gideon is just asleep in the wagon. You
Yeah.
guys are sort of dragging him around town. he's napping in the wagon.
So much for him watching Rufus.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he tried to keep an eye on Rufus, then crawled into the wagon when the map started getting bought. By the way, I just want to point out, Rufus is currently walking into town.
Dad,
Why?
what the fuck are you doing? Control your pet.
So I'm gonna call him back.
Making our Arcana check.
Better not.
I'm watching this.
I start whistling at Rufus. Here, boy. No, I don't. I don't
There we
actually.
go.
Rufus just sort of like puts his head up, which causes his cloak to fall down.
Great. What are you
He doesn't-
telling that thing?
He basically spins on heel and then starts walking back towards you.
Oh, okay. As long as he's coming back.
Well,
He's going
currently
over there.
though,
Cover space
as
back
he
up.
stands up, this cloak sort of falls off his back, exposing the vined, shackled barrel sitting on his chest. Everybody, so keep in mind the area that you're in right now in the Protector's Enclave, because you came in through that bottom entryway into the city. You've actually come in right around. So right around at this gate is where you actually came in. And again, you gather if you had gone the other way, you'd be going here. So right now he spins on a toe and starts walking towards you, and everybody around you, the lords and the ladies that are all dressed in their fancy garb, are currently looking at him with disgust. Again, people behind him still retching.
Perhaps we should put Rufus up in a room somewhere with some chains for the time being while we're in town.
If we need to chain Rufus, like he doesn't give us a reason.
I don't
not to
know.
trust
You
him.
can't chain Rufus.
What is that doing? I mean, he did a fucking march because we didn't chain him up.
No, that was
We can
because
Get it. He's
Rent a
gonna
room and
he's
lock
gonna
him
eat
in
the
it.
poor fucking roommate if we put him in the inn.
Rent a room, lock them in it, and
Everybody
I
sees
mean,
him now. There's no sense hiding him. We may as well just walk around. People ask us. We're here to rescue everybody. Rufus is helping us out. He's a stunt zombie. He should be hailed as a king. He's a hero. Great
Well, keep in mind,
tales will be
Rufus,
told in
at
this
this
land.
point in time,
Definitely not how it's gonna go.
Rufus's like stitches or crude stitches have basically healed over with very soft gray skin that now just basically almost look like roping, almost like a roping around his
Hmm.
joints. His eyes have gone almost a solid clear gray, and
Great.
and he's the facial, like the features in his face. So before, Rufus had like tear out near his mouth where you could see gum line and teeth. That's all gone. His mouth is completely enclosed at this point. He's actually got humanoid features, very pointed ears on Rufus as well. He's starting to gain a little bit of balding on his head. Like his head is fully formed in now. It's actually started to smooth over with gray, with the pale gray skin. And he's starting to get sort of little pits of what look like hair coming in as well. His body is starting to look a little bit larger, although you can still see his ribs through that skin, as you know he hasn't eaten anything.
So we went from carrying a zombie around to leper.
Yes. Well, a leper generally would be missing clothing. You're more so carrying around like a very ill individual
Can you
with
say,
a barrel strapped to his chest or his back. Sorry.
Can he communicate?
He still talks in grunts and moans.
Okay.
Either way, that doesn't look good. I mean, maybe we should chain him up somewhere. Coming back to life, he might go a little crazy.
Well, then we may as well kill him now if that's the case. We got him here so he can be a weapon for us. As far as we know, I still can control him. I told him to return to us. He returned to us, so that proves even more that we still have control.
But if we
I'm not talking about killing him. I'm talking about putting him
not there to control him if something happens.
But I'm
just talking about putting him away while we do some shopping.
Have you ever seen the movie Frankenstein where somebody finds a monster and they all start coming to him with fucking pitchforks and all of a sudden we're going to be downtown, see everybody head out of town with pitchforks and torches trying to fucking kill Rufus. Then we got to explain ourselves. At least now we can explain what's going on.
Be smarter than Frankenstein.
Everybody knows who he is.
Do not disturb.
Everybody's seen him now.
Sign on the door handle.
We're going to have to explain ourselves one way or another.
At this point, while you guys are sort of arguing in the street, you start seeing this large group of sort of black-robed individuals with large pikes in a grouping start marching right towards you.
See,
great. Now you gone done it. Here come the fuzz.
We're going to have to explain ourselves anyway, so this whole conversation's moot. Now let's just start thinking about our story here before they get here. We're on our way through town, Gundren Rockseeker, something about Owl Well. We're clearing that shit out, and we're here to kill the bad guys. And as long as these guys aren't bad guys themselves, we should be okay. They already hail us as heroes in whatever that fucking other town was.
Phandelver.
These guys don't know our name. They don't care. I feel like going into that alley over there and changing it into some rats.
Well, you do what you want, but I'm sure the name of the High and Mighty is carried through the land by now. We've been gone for some time.
Sound like you're a little high and mighty of yourself.
As you should be, sir, as I thought you were this whole time.
Maybe I am great and powerful. I am the great and powerful Oz.
Well, I don't know who that is, but...
And neither will they when I tell them, so... I don't know what the story is with this leper. He's sick. We got to get him some help.
This large group of men are looming on you at this point in time. One of them having a little bit of white striping on his shoulder, leading the group of them. He turns to them and goes, "Halt!" And he puts his pike down. All of the men behind him, probably about 15 men behind him, slam their pikes down. He turns to you and goes, "Newcomers, where do you come from? From where do you hail? And why are you here? And who is that?"
That's my sick grandmother. That's my sick grandmother. No, that is Rufus. That is Rufus the stunt zombie, and he's here traveling with us.
And the minute you say zombie, everyone just goes,
traveling with us, the High and Mighty. You may have heard tales of us from Phandelver or whatever the fuck the name of that town is down there.
That's not a great delivery.
Wait, some fucking town over there. I don't know what the name.
My friend, his memory isn't great sometimes.
Anyway, we cleared that place out of all evildoers, and we come here to do the same. We're on our way to the Old Owl Well to seek. Are we still looking for Gundren Rockseeker?
No, we're not going to the Old Owl Well. We've already been there. We're headed to Thunder.
No, Echo Cave. Sorry.
Enough! And he just sort of cuts you all off. He goes, "I've heard enough of these stories of wells and undead. This thing is an abomination and must be taken care of. Men!" And he puts his thing down. 5 men just sort of make their way over to Rufus
as they're doing that. As they're doing this, I'm just saying, you guys,
some fucking tricks.
You guys are about to make a big mistake here. Don't touch him, and
make him do some tricks.
I'll be like, look, he's harmless, and I'll try to make him do. Does Lex still have that sword to make everybody do the dance?
No, he
doesn't make anybody dance.
You broke it.
Ah, shit. Okay, well, I'm gonna tell Rufus to start doing some breakdancing.
Okay, make an Arcana check.
Can I assist him in any way with like my ability?
Somebody could probably.
He's trying to control it himself, so
I just gotta get above a 10. Hey.
He begins to do a so basically at this point in time, Rufus begins to get down on his knees and then onto his belly, and then proceeds to just basically flop, trying to do the worm, but he's counteracted by the weight of the ale on his back, so he's sort of fishing like a dead fish on the ground.
And I would just say, look, he's harmless. He does whatever I tell him to. He's only here to aid us on our adventures. He means no harm.
We do not appreciate the black magics here, gnome.
He can wait outside if you really need him to, but don't take a hold of him. We're just here to get provisions.
Keep him in containment outside the gates and ensure that he does not come amongst our people. Where do you hail from? What is your lineage?
My name is Dab Hatter. I come from Deep Earth. I'm a rock gnome, the son of a great and powerful wizard, the wisest in the land, and I took his place once he passed away, and I've now expanded upward to gain more knowledge, and met up with these friends here, and we've got many quests, completed many quests, helped many people in many towns, and now we're going to continue our quests, and I believe they're going to end up at the Echo Cave. We're looking for somebody that is hanging around there. We've killed many orcs.
He turns to Ganj and goes, "You there! You seem of noble repute. State your lineage."
I don't know my entire lineage. I grew up at a monastery. I was raised.
Which one?
Fuck. Fuck, I don't have that off the top of my head. We'll just make something up on the spot.
Welcome to being a DM.
In Waterdeep, let's call it the Weeping Bell Monastery from Waterdeep.
Make, you know what? I'm just going to roll a d20, see what happens here. Okay. So he sort of turns to you and goes, "Well, you will be responsible for these men. What is your name?"
My name is Ganja. Look, we're not perfect. We look a mess. Sometimes we are a mess, but we mean well, and we're here to serve the people and clean up the filth in this realm.
And so why do you come to Neverwinter? You think there be filth here? You must mean the orcs.
Yes, we've, as my gnome friend here stated, we've killed many orcs. Orcs, you know, some exist out there that, you know, have their good qualities, but the ones that plague the people are filth.
He turns to you and goes, "You and I think alike. These orcs from many arrows, they are a problem to this area. We have been trying to take back the River District for some time. If you and your friends could aid us in our quests to retake the districts of rivers, we may be able to overlook your transgressions and company you keep." And as he says company you keep, he's looking straight at Dab. He turns to you and goes, "Leave your sick outside the gates. Chain him up and contain him. If he gets loose, you are responsible. Do you understand?"
Well, I think you might have better off with
the orcs.
I fully understand, but
abomination fight. You know,
yeah,
I've seen it do its thing. It's saved.
I'll gladly wait outside the gate with my friend. I really have no provisions to seek inside this town, and I will wait with him. But in no way will I chain my friend here.
If you want us to rid the orcs of this town, I think he would be a helpful asset to us.
Why don't you hang out with Gideon? Rufus,
no, I'll hang out with Rufus. I'll hang out with Rufus. You guys go get what you need, and then we'll make our way over there and dispatch these orcs, and then maybe they'll let Rufus in this town. We prove our worth. I get it. I'm not offended.
Gather your armaments that you require and meet us back at the Hall of Justice. Leave your abomination at the gates, whether supervised or unsupervised. It's not a matter of mine. I must protect the people of Neverwinter, and he is a threat.
And I will.
What is your name?
Will prove otherwise.
By the way, I told you mine. I didn't actually catch yours.
My name is Stillstream.
Still street.
I am a captain in the Neverwinter Guard.
All right, so
Nice to meet you. Still.
I'll just holler at everybody else and I'll be like, yo, can somebody maybe pick me up a fucking potion there and let me know how y'all make out selling them unicorn parts. But I think I'll just wait here for with Rufus.
I'd like to ask about payment. Who do we talk to about payment for this? So maybe some prepayments, and maybe some supplies to help us along our way here. Some potions, perhaps.
We do not provide armaments until you actually show up for the fight, sir. You will be given what you need, but only when you show.
Yeah, that's good enough for me.
So do we need anything from here other than to get Gideon's trident fixed and maybe pick up a couple potions?
I want to.
People do got some shit to sell. Like you got like some Gideon's got earrings and some a few gems, and like you get a gem eye patch, and I got a freaking golden box and
Are we
fucking.
gonna role play?
During this entire encounter, you guys start to hear some rustling from inside the cabin as Gideon starts to sort of wrestle awake.
Oh,
Hey, welcome back. How was your nap?
did you get your long rest in? Sure. Just stay down so you don't have to introduce yourself to the guard.
Are we gonna role play the whole sell everything, or can we do that all in one shot?
I mean, you guys, that's sort of up to you. You have a district that you know you should go to. There's plenty of shops.
I'm gonna wait here with Rufus. If somebody was able to get me a better staff than what I have now, and what I have now is a +1 to everything. If somebody was able to get me better than that, then please do so, and maybe a health potion. Other than that, feel free to get whatever. That's all I could need. If I don't get it, that's not a big deal. But I'll wait for Rufus so you guys can continue on.
I turn to Dab and I say, I don't think we're going to have the money. I looked for something nice myself, and it was a little far out of my price range, but if you give me 50 gold, I could probably pick you up a potion.
I've been 50 gold, man. That's always his number.
That's how much the potion was last time I bought one.
Oh, by the way, when you say that 50 gold, I flick you your other 2 gold. Because I didn't actually give that back to you yet.
I was wondering if you were a man of your word or not.
Always. Just slipped my mind. But as soon as I remembered.
That's okay.
Where do we have?
Is
there an inventory on this page?
It's at the top. So you down 2.
So Gideon starts to wrestle inside. So he sort of turns to you and goes, "Very well. Meet me back at the Hall of Justice when you are ready. We will attack by next light." And he just sort of turns his guy's tent hut and starts walking back. As this happens, you start hearing some banging on the door that Richter was sort of leaning against to try and make sure that Gideon sort of stayed inside because they didn't want to bring another presence, especially not a pirate, in a bay town into the mix. You sort of start hearing some banging on the door as Gideon's trying to get out, awakening from his rest while on the trip.
Yes, we got. Fuck, what's that word? I don't know. The fuzz bugged us about Rufus. Somehow it turned into a job.
Oh, mate.
Gideon, can you hear us?
So much time fighting for free, then I'm not that particular charitable.
This is not for free. We will get paid.
That's great.
He even told us that he was going to give us some supplies before we went.
No, as we got there, not before we went.
Thank you for negotiating a good deal for us for once.
Yes, you could sleep more often.
Indeed.
I told you he was charging.
We were in trouble. We got out of it. It was good.
Yes. So Deb has to wait outside the walls until we're ready to fight. Though they don't like the smell of Rufus or the look, I guess. But
I look at my sword and I say, "I'm gonna get a new sword. You want to go get your trident fixed or what? You get this unicorn fucking."
I don't own the Trident
Trident?
anymore, bro.
Pino brought it with us.
Pino,
I pull it out of the wagon. It's still with us.
you still
So,
have this?
yeah, Pino pulls out a trident, beautiful shaft in the trident, ornately carved, and all of a sudden you get to the tip and it's only got 2 tines on it.
You pulled that horn off, didn't you, Pino?
No, the whole head with the horn's still in the wagon.
Let's see about fixturing that horn to the
I
or
still
to
got
the
that
trident.
unicorn horn.
Yeah, we're gonna try to
Yeah,
get it
the
fixed to
unicorn,
the trident. I think that was Pino's intention this whole time.
The question is, where do we go? Do we go to a blacksmith or do we go to some wizard?
The answer is yes.
Yes, I was gonna say yes. A blacksmith wizard.
Wow, that seems like quite the original profession.
So you guys, I mean, I'm going to point this out. You guys are currently still having this conversation. Rufus is still trying to walk away again, in the direction that he was, whatever direction. Actually, no, sorry. Currently, Rufus is still flopping on the ground. And you're in the middle of this square of very rich people walking around you, all taking greater and greater attention to what you're doing.
All right, so let's stand up this fellow and get out of here.
Yeah, so let's get what we need. Dab will meet you at the edge of town before we head to the Hall of Justice.
Sounds good.
So, blacksmith first?
I mean, I can find my sword there.
Oh.
So
You're going to give me some of that gold so I can try to find you a potion. If I don't find any, I'll give it back.
And let me know.
what do I
come
got
back,
for?
Come back if they
What's
got.
in my inventory? Pino, do I have anything to sell? What do I got for gold? I don't know.
I'll kick
You got
the
73 gold, 49 silver, 221 copper, and nothing
That's
in your
Dab.
inventory, Ganja.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that sounds.
You just read my gold.
Dab's
and silver.
Dab's got,
we
the,
got
exact
the
same.
exact same.
So does Gideon.
I'll kick you the 50 gold for the potion, and let me know if you're able to find a staff. Just take a look at least.
Yeah.
All right, I might be able to get a sword. For
So
that.
then Rufus and I will wait at the gate.
So yeah, let's head to raid the blacksmith then.
Okay.
Look at that map. What's it tell us?
With that, we will take a quick break. We'll take a quick smoke break, and we'll come back and start our adventure of shopping in the wonderful metropolis of Neverwinter.
All right, thanks for watching D&D with THC, episode 18 of The Lost Mines of Phandelver. We'll be back after this. Welcome back, D&D with THC. We're back from our quick smoke break here. Episode 18, Lost Mines of Phandelver. We'll get back to the action here. I'll kick it back over to Jared.
All right, so you guys have made your way into town. So right now you're currently sitting sort of in the beginning or the beginnings of the Protector's Enclave, about to head into the Market District, which you've been told is around the Black Lake District, across the river.
Our wagon, it's an actual wagon, right? Like it's like you sit in
Your
it's
wagon
got
is
doors on either
your
side.
wagon's a physical wagon. Exactly. Yeah. It's crude.
So are we leaving this wagon? Yeah, are we leaving this wagon outside? Obviously, we're not going to take it in with us. We can carry whatever we need into town.
Yeah, most places have parking, if you will, for a wagon and some sort of pack animal.
So we're throwing Rufus in the covered wagon?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask Rufus to just stay in the wagon, don't move no matter what, and don't move a muscle until I come back. I'm gonna tell him sit in the wagon, lock the doors.
And as he's saying that, I'll say we got to make sure he stays under wraps here, and I'll bless him. And I'm also gonna bless myself, so I can figure out where we want to go, and same with Pino for the same kind of reason, figure out where we want to go.
I'm gonna quickly cast Fox's Cunning, enhance ability Fox's Cunning on Dab.
What's that gonna give me?
Advantage on intelligence checks.
And you can add a D4.
Are we really still level 3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, we're still so bitchy.
Okay, with that roll alone,
that was
I don't
almost
need
a
anything.
one.
I know I've seen that.
Is
So
there
we
that
still
roll-
got advantage.
to level up?
You
So
still
do
have
you-
advantage.
Will I? Advantage?
After this,
Yeah, you could roll the natural 20.
Yeah.
And the better
way
you
better
do,
than
the
a
better it
13.
is.
It's not any better. So
Still
19's got to
19.
be pretty high. Do I need to roll the 4? Is Rufus gonna listen?
so Rufus
Roll it.
Rufus begins to sort of get up and into the wagon. He sort of puts his foot down. He slips a couple times. He sort of falls himself into the wagon and then lies straight as a board, like with his feet hanging out one end of the wagon and his head shoved up against the other door. He doesn't have the mind width to say lay vertically in. You just said lie in the wagon. So right now,
I told him, I said, get in the wagon and sit down and do not move a muscle until we come back, was my exact command.
Sit down? He said
Yeah.
sit down? Okay. So he stammers into the wagon, lies down, then stands up or sort of moves around, sits down. Right now, he's sort of facing the one door, his back to the other door. The great big barrel, however, kept hitting on the back end. So a couple of you had to sort of shove it. You managed to get the door closed, and you sort of throw the latch on it. And he's contained within this boxy wagon of yours.
I also told him not to move a muscle until we come back, regardless of what happens.
Mm-hmm.
So now Rufus should hopefully be in there. I think he's good at he seemed to understand pretty well. So I think I'm probably safe to go back into town. Pino, you could probably kick me back that 50 gold. Thanks.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we're not gonna piss off Stillwell either because we're still leaving.
Yeah, we also kind of did that as best we could out of the eye shot of everybody, but especially the guards.
Yeah. Yeah, nobody's seen us doing that. Well, we left him outside the gate regardless. He's restrained within the wagon as long as he doesn't superpower Hulk break out of it. And he's locked outside the gates, which is what the guy want, but we still kept it out of view.
The only chance of him having fucking superpower Hulk break out is
from the barrel.
the transformation we put on him.
So it's our own doing. But either way, he seemed to respond fairly well there. He tried his best to get in there. He's not the most agile of creatures, but he responded pretty well. So I think we're safe
Look,
leaving
man,
him in this way.
experimentation is the foundation of magical science.
This is true,
Yeah.
Gideon. This is true. Why
He's
is
a
the
little
words never
outside
spoken
experiment.
from a pirate?
Well, let's go fucking do our shopping.
I
Maybe
saw
go
that.
have a
See what we
drink
can
or
do.
two, find somewhere to sleep maybe, and then go kill some orcs in the morning.
Sounds
Yeah, I
good to
can
me.
run over and ask a guard on our way in if any of the shops should still be open at this time.
He turns to you and goes, "What time was it? Around 8? They'd
Look
just
at
be
the time.
about closing now."
If we ran, would we make it? I'm not fucking running.
You might make it to one or two of them, but you're better off going to the taverns this late at night.
Which tavern does
Well.
he recommend?
Yeah. Hey, you recommend one for a fine, upstanding citizen that's got a little bit to spend?
He looks you up and down and goes, "For your type,
I brush the dirt off.
yeah, there's a Driftwood Tavern. It's not bad. A little upscale, though. But if you want to have some real fun, you go to the Shaken Flagon. It's down near the docks on the other side of the river. That's a good time, I tell you."
Thanks, boss. I'll take that into consideration and just walk back to the group. Tell them about shaking flagon. Fuck the other one.
Ask him where the fucking blacksmith wizard
Oh.
is. Is there a blacksmith wizard here?
Where he is.
He sort of looks like, because he's hearing it from you, he looks way down at Dab and goes, "The fuck do you think I am? What the hell is a blacksmith wizard?"
Well, like,
We
I'm
got
a
weapons.
wizard. So maybe I can help him. I'll be the wizard to his blacksmith. Where's the blacksmith at?
Well, there's quite a bit of them over there in the Black Lake district. Just walk around and look for the fucking weapons.
Is there any magical weapons? Who would I see about such a thing?
You know, he's not the owner of the blacksmith shop, man.
Yeah, no, but he doesn't know where to buy magical weapons. Magical weapons mean a magical weapon maker means a guy that's going to put the fucking horn on the trident for us.
I mean, he
The
is just a
only guy
guard.
that I know.
Just a regular guard. He probably doesn't have magical weapons.
Yeah, but he's walking around this fucking city. He knows the shops in the area, you would think, if he's protecting this fucking shit. He should have a
The
pretty
only
good
one
idea.
that I know of to deal with weird wizard shit like that is Catherine. And he's over there in the Black Lake district, but he's pretty close to the Velgard Manor, if you know. If you got a good map, you can find it. I don't quite know where it is. Catherine,
Pull out
sounds like
the
something
map,
Catherine
and I
could
say,
do.
"Can you point it out on this map?"
And he
Roughly.
looks at that and goes, "Ha ha! That map is shit, friend. I
That's
could point
good
it
enough.
to you, but it wouldn't show you where it is." And he points his fat finger at your map, which is relatively small, and it just basically his finger encompasses Black Lake District.
I'm sure we can find our way. Thanks. Get the fuck
What
out
was
of
his
here.
name? What was his name? Yeah.
What was his
Catherine.
name? Catherine.
Catherine.
He deals with all kinds of weird shit like that.
Alrighty, thanks for
Yeah,
your
thanks.
help, bud. We'll make our way probably over there to see if he's open. If he's open.
I might tell you that usually that kind of information comes with some sort of remuneration.
I flip him a silver.
He takes it in his hand and goes.
Hey,
You flip him the silver. He goes, "Good enough," and then puts it in his pocket.
It's like you give him
It
back
is.
there,
We didn't
horse
get
lip.
much out of him. The silver is good enough.
I don't even look back at him.
He was insulting too.
All right, well, let's go find this fucking shaking flagon.
Shaking flag.
Let's go shake some flagons and figure out this business we need in the morning.
All right, so you make your way over to the Shaken Flagon.
I know you got.
You make your way across. You make your way across the. I don't know why this is being such a pain in my ass. You make your way across, so you come to the area coming out of the Protector's Enclave. Are you taking the left, the middle, or the right?
The middle one.
Yeah,
The,
middle.
the winged wyvern.
Okay,
The man
so
with
you
the
take-
axe.
Definitely the winged wyvern.
All right, so you make your way in to across the area that you're walking right now. I'm trying to make sure. I'm trying to make sure this is running properly. I don't know why my music is causing me headache. So you make your way across. You walk as you walk through. You come up to the base of this massive castle that's just looming over top of you. It's got ornate spires in it and everything else like that. I need Richter to make an intelligence check. Richter, you there? Oh, Megan. Richter, you have like the minute you look up at that spire, you have a flashback back to your hallucination where you were tied to the spire of a castle and you fell down from it and then landed and sort of looked back. So you sort of look back and you see the same style of castle. It's a little bit smaller at this point and it's got some different points, but it looks like it has the same bones as the castle that you were in. By the way, did Gideon fall asleep in the?
No, I'm still here.
Oh, Gideon's there. So that's what you see, Richter. So you guys make your way around the area that has the castle. You sort of make your way left. One thing that you didn't get from the guard was where any of this was. So where are you guys headed?
Down by the docks. So we'll head down to the docks and we ask somebody on the way where the shaken flagon is. Toss a cup of silver to some peasants.
Yeah, I was gonna say look for some
Fuck the
for
guards.
lack of a better word, poor looking people.
Okay, so you make your way down towards it. You see an ornate, what looks like. So you're seeing sort of roads coming off of the actual dock area. Gideon, you start to recognize boats, a bay. You start to get the wisps of that sea salty air. It starts to give you nice warm and fuzzy feelings of your time back on the seas. But as you do, you see some sort of avenues that you can go down. One says, Golden Crown. There's a large bell tower. You see a large timber building. It's beautifully ornately carved on the side of it. It says Driftwood Tavern. You go almost like 2 roads down further from that. You start to see more beggars on the street. You're getting closer and closer to the water at this point. Basically, where a lot of the merchants come in, a lot of them maybe less upscale people who are just coming for a night to then head back out and ship back out.
Slumming it, then, mate.
What's that?
It is slumming it a bit, mate.
Yeah, absolutely. So you come to an area. It's a 2-story. It's stone. It has in large, very crude lettering. It just says. So apologies here. I need to get to it because I have it all written down. It just says on the top of it the SF. So it's got a giant sign that says SF over top of it. Other than that, nothing else amazing about this. The door is a very standard bolted wooden door. You see what used to be windows have been sort of looks like melted out, and there's just pieces of wood that are sort of classed upon it. It's still classy enough. Like it's not a poorhouse by any means. Really, the pieces of wood over the windows are just because they haven't been fixed yet. Is what you gather. It doesn't look like they boarded it up. And you walk in. It's a fairly large tavern. It's got a lot of character into it. A lot of the benches are actually built from tree logs and things like that. Very, very fine woodworking, but it's the rough woodworking where the bark's still on the log, but you're sitting on the log end piece. You walk up and there's a tall halfling that sits. I mean, for a halfling, she's tall. That sits at the front. She is throwing ale to a bunch of different patrons that are sitting along the front. Some servers around. You see some tables, different tables. One playing what looked to be a card game. Another playing a large group playing a game that has a grid, almost like a 6x6 grid or a 3x3 grid on it, with an actual dealer at that table. You see another group of people throwing some darts over in the corner. So what are you guys doing?
I didn't actually go in. I waited outside. And I'm just gonna find a bench to sit on and see if one of the beggars comes up and talks to me. And I'll wait for a bit outside and I'll join after.
Gideon, what are you doing?
I'm gonna order a drink. I haven't had a stiff drink, a good drink, not this swill we've been drinking on the road. I want some high quality fucking rum.
Oh, you want some rum? Okay.
top shelf shits.
All right, so you see like a large sort of a menu sitting above. It's got the food and the drinks. On the drink side, you see some common ale, some grog. You see a mention of Trader's rum and things like that. The Trader's rum coming in at around 18 copper pieces.
Oh, take a shot of Trader's rum with the.
I missed the last half of that.
I said a mug of grog as a chaser. I'm looking at my
Mug of grog. She turns to you and goes, That'll be about 25 copper pieces, eh? And she turns to you. She fills a thing of grog and just throws it down, and it's in a carved wooden cup, really ornately carved though too. And then she reaches up to grab the bottle of rum down, throws a chaser, and she heavy pours for you. Throws it back up, throws it down, and goes, "Hope you like the cups, made of myself."
I walk up and I'll take the same.
Excellent work.
So she turns and goes, "Oh, one for you as well." So is everybody else walking up to this thing? Dab, you'd probably have to hop up on a stool.
Me, mate.
I hop up on a
Dab.
stool, but I'm not drinking.
Richter, what are you doing?
I am. I'll get a drink.
All right, so all three of them. She goes, "Oh, 3 more, eh? Well, come on right up." She does the same. What she does is she grabs the bottle out, and again, she's a halfling. So what's strange to you, Gideon and Pino, you stand full, like you stand about over 6 feet tall. The bar is up to your chest. Halflings generally don't stand that tall; they only stand about 4 or 5 feet. But she's meeting your gaze. She's at your headlamp or your head. She's at your head height. You look down, and the woman has strapped to her legs 2 wooden stilts that she's walking back and forth on the bar to. And she reaches up and she sort of hops. You hear a big bang as her wooden legs hit the ground. She hops up, grabs the rum, and then she sort of does some spinning around with her hands and does a little bit of work around her back and so on and so forth. So she reaches up and she pours behind her neck into the top shot glass, which then pours into the second shot glass, which then pours into the third, and then she throws it down the bar to all 3 of you, at which point she reaches down from below, grabs 2 cups in one and one in the other, and just slams 3 other things of grog on the table and goes, "Enjoy! If you need anything else, my name's Sid."
And even though I'm not drinking, I'll still flicker 1 silver.
I gotta lean over the bar and look at her still. And I got a chuckle and flip her a gold. So that was a mighty fine show.
Wow. So she looks down at the silver and the gold and goes.
First you shoot the rum, mate. Then you take the grog.
So as you guys are sort of flicking her, she looks at the gold and the silver and just looks up at you and goes, anything you want, anything at all. You ask me, Sybil. Sybil Whiteley is my name. Thank you. And then she walks and sort of stilts her way back down to the edge.
Definitely want to ask her when she comes back about that game that you said there was a dealer. Are they making bets on something? Can I keep an eye, watch them? See if I can.
She walks back down. You guys grab a drink, and I don't know what the hell Dab's doing right now.
Turn the volume down on my headset.
Oh, I don't know what the hell's above you. Oh. So she walks back down the bar. She sees that all 3 of you sort of take your shot and then put back your grog. She sees you drop down the grog and she turns to both of you and goes, "Another?"
Yeah, one grog maybe to sip on while I
And as she's close,
start
I'll
chatting
ask
her
her
up about this game.
Oh, okay, never mind.
You know what? We'll start a tab. Who should I put it under?
Gideon.
Wonderful, Gideon. Well, here you go. And she drops down 3 more. She drops down 4 more bottle or things of grog. And then you see, all of a sudden, you hear this loud groaning, and you see a hand shoot up from below the bar to grab your drinks. Looking over, you see a very complainative goblin moving back and forth along the bar, just basically reaching up and grabbing drinks, and then heading back into the kitchen area.
At some point, I gotta stop and hand him a silver the next time he comes out for a cup from me.
Okay. So you make your way into the you make your way and you start tasking about the game. She goes, "Well, we've got plenty of games. There's only really the big three that people are playing. Over there, you've got Goblin's Eye. Well, that one's pretty easy. You just you throw darts and try and hit the center. Then you've got Crown and Anchor, one of our favorites. And that's a great game. I could teach you it sometime if you like. And then the final one's just threes. That's really all it's called. It's a dice game. But lots of people love to play it because it's easy to understand. Not really many smart people coming through here very often.
And then you add alcohol on top of it, mate. You got regular geniuses.
Has anybody? Can you check your messages? Has anybody come up to me this time?
So you're rolling. You're rolling around. You're looking for anybody to make eye contact with you. So far, a lot of people are hesitant. You are in full guard still. You've got the shield on your back. You look rather honorable. So not many people are stopping, especially not some of the swill that have been that washed up on the shores of this place. There are a couple of beggars here and there. One particular comes up to you and goes, "Oh, I'll have that if you have it."
Why don't you have a seat, my friend?
What for? I don't do none of that funny business.
No. This can be yours. I'm just looking for a little info.
I think I can at least talk. What do you need?
You know these parts well?
I know the dock. That's about where I've been.
Well,
Looking for a job, mate.
Well, no, I'm just more specifically asking about this place. Do you know a lot of regulars that come in here? Anybody that,
The flag?
Yeah. Anybody else
yeah.
to look out for?
Oh, people you should look out for? Oh, no. In general, the people that come in and out, I mean, there's your general bar fights and things like that, but it's more so the ruffians coming in from a long days on the shores. I can't really think of many bad people coming in and out of here. It's a pretty good place, actually. I just can't afford to have a drink. But that's a
I'm
piece
just going
of
to
silver.
roll.
He starts staring at me.
Just to see.
Yeah, go ahead. He's telling the truth.
Okay. I'll flick him the silver, and I'll say thanks for your time.
And he sees the silver go up, and he sort of catches it in the air and goes, "Thank you, mate!" And he takes off into the actual tavern.
I'll follow behind him, and I'll look for my friends.
All right. You see your friends all standing at the bar next to this halfling woman. You now notice the stilts. She turns and goes, "Hello, love. And what can I get for you?"
Same thing they're having, and I'll point at the group sitting there.
And then she turns to you, and like each one of you have at this point sort of down to maybe a quarter of your drink. She goes, "You guys are looking a little empty. Well, you have another."
I think I'm going to participate in some of these games.
Well, you just
hold
walk
off
on
for
over
now.
there to the table, and they'll be more than happy to help you.
I'm definitely walking up to. What was that second one you said?
That would be
Not the
Crown and
threes.
Anchor.
I'm going to walk
so
over
Crown
to
and
the
Anchor.
I'll
Okay,
watch
so
him play.
all right, you grab yourself a drink. She sort of puts another piece of grog. Richter, are you playing any games?
How much is
No,
my
I'm not playing
tab
any
so far?
games. I'm gonna just be twiddling my thumbs and thinking.
Okay. So you walk up, and there's
Thinking because of my vision of the tower.
okay. You walk up to the table. There's a few people, but there's a couple of empty seats. You take a look down, and there is a grid. Basically, it's six squares in a grid that are put along the table, just numbered 1 to 6. And they turn to you and go, "Step right up, step right up. Crown and Anchor, here's the game." And he turns to you and goes, "Well, hello there. Your first time playing, is it?"
Yes, it is. You want to explain this to me? Is this going to make me some money or what?
It could make us all the money if we won't. Here's how it works. You put your gold down on any number, 1 to 6. You can put your gold wherever you like, but 1 to 6. You can only put your gold in 2 number spaces. That's about it. Then we roll these here dice, and he's got 3 D6s in his hand, and he turns to you and goes, "If one of them dice match, you get your bet back. If 2 match, you get that number times 2. And if all 3 match, well, hell, you get 3 times your bet."
Shit. What's the maximum bet?
You can put in as much as you like or as little as you like. There's no min or max here. We're just having fun.
I'm gonna throw
I know.
5 gold on 3 and
These
5 gold on
guys
6.
are fuck. I give a low whistle. Big spender.
Yeah, so all of a sudden, everybody around that table just sort of looks as you put 3 and 3, right? 3 gold on
No,
1, 3
5.
gold on 6,
5 on
5
3,
on
5 on 6.
5 on 6. You just hear he goes, whoa! Someone's looking to lose their money quicker than most. And what about you, sir? And he turns to you, Gideon.
I'm gonna watch this round. I don't want to compete. I don't want to steal my friend's thunder.
Get in there,
Fair
come
enough.
on. Don't be a
And then he
chicken
says-
shit. Spend a little gold.
And he turns to you and goes, and what about you, little man? And he's sort of talking to
Okay.
Dab.
It's like, no, I'm okay with playing the games. I got the house always wins, I've been told, so I like to stay away.
Some would call you a smart man. I'd just call you a pussy. And then he's
Oh,
You call me whatever
Yeah.
I want, but I know I'll be leaving here with my money in my pocket.
he sort of gathers all the dice together, throws them in the cup, starts shaking them around. Everybody, place your bets. Going up against Big Spender here. So I need you, Pino, to roll 3d6.
Oh, I gotta roll my own fate, do I?
Yep.
of course you do.
Hey, if you want me to roll them for you, I can, but I'd rather you
Yeah,
have
you
the
should
pain.
roll them. You're the composition, right? So
All right, so I'll roll them. That's fine.
You're the NPC.
All right, so he takes him out. He sort of shakes him around. Then he throws him down.
Oh,
Ah,
look
yeah.
at that.
So you get back. So you basically get back your money on 3 and 6. So you gain nothing.
Huh?
if it was 2 3s, then you would get double the payment on the 1 3. But
Exactly.
because it was only one of
So
each number,
because
you
you
only
didn't,
get.
because you actually rolled that number, you get back the money you bet basically. Because you had
So
5
one number pays 0 to 1.
pays 1 to 1. So
So
0
that
to
means
1.
I would double my money.
No,
All right, so it's
0
0
to
to
1.
1. So you don't win anything on a
You
fucking.
bet on 2 different numbers. If you
Yeah,
bet on
so-
only 3 and you hit the 3, you would have still got just your money back. But if you hit 3 twice, you would have got double your money back.
Yeah, no, I understand that. Hitting one number doesn't do shit, and I'm gonna fucking pick up my money and I'm gonna laugh in his face and say, "You call this a game? This is a fucking joke." And I'm gonna walk away.
He goes, fair enough. Not for everybody. Have a good time.
You played it.
Hey, I'll take a shot, man.
Wait a minute, I might have read this wrong. If one die match their bet number, they win 1 times the original. Oh, they win 1 times the original.
See,
Bet.
it matches what you put down. It's like Crown and Anchors at the fair.
That's literally what it's called, Crown and Anchor.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so my apologies. So yeah, you just won. You just won 10 gold in total.
All right, so I
you-
don't say that.
Yeah. So my apologies. Rewind that. You win 10 gold there. So you just doubled your money.
Oh, that's very interesting, man.
So I'm gonna throw 3 gold on 4 and say, "What about you, Gideon? Huh?"
I will match his 3 gold, but I will put it on 5.
We got 4 and 5. 4 and 5. Anybody else? And nobody else sort of talks. Anybody else putting in on this one?
No.
You know what? 6 is my favorite number. I'll put 3 gold on 6.
So we got 3 gold on 6. You said
I
3
have
on.
a dice set, right? Dude, does the guy have to roll all the time?
Yeah, I'm gonna roll. My
No,
only
you can't.
question
Use
is
your
I
loaded
gotta
dice.
keep track on who has what. So give me 1 second here.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna
3,
keep
6,
a
or no.
notepad going.
That's-
Here so I can keep-
That's easy.
Because I got
I'm on 4. He's on 5. He's on 6.
Said I'm about to run some shenanigans.
Who's on first?
I'm on 4 for 3 gold.
All right,
Gideon's
so-
on 5 for 3 gold, and Milch is on 6. I mean, Gunge is on 6.
All right, Ganja 4, and how much gold you got there, Ganja?
I put 3 gold on 6.
3 gold, and you? Who's on 4?
I'm on 4.
No, who's on
Gideon's
first?
on 5.
I know you already made that joke.
I don't know. Who's on third? And Gideon, where are you?
I'm
You're
on 5.
And how many you got? How much you got?
3 gold on 5.
3 gold on 5. All right. So he goes, all right, let's see it. And he shakes his thing up. Let's see what happens. So 3, 3, and a 6. So Gideon and Pino
Should've
lose
just
their
repeated
money,
my bet.
and Ganja.
I win 3 gold.
Ganja, you come back with 3 gold. So you guys are down 3. Keep track of the money you're losing,
I have
please.
I have
Down
been.
3 gold.
Hey,
Oh, I still need to know
Look
what
at
the
another.
tab is.
this ain't so bad.
What's the tab? Never mind. I'll settle up at the end of the night.
I'll do another gold. I'll do a single gold on 1.
So single gold on 1. So you put down 1 single gold on 1. Pino, you in for this one?
I'm gonna put 5 on 5.
5 on 5.
I'm gonna put 2 gold on 2 and 2 gold on 4.
All right. 2 and 4. All right. So he turns and goes, "All right, everybody in? All right, great." And he shakes his hand. He throws it back down. Drum roll, please.
Sorry, I don't have that sound clip.
So 2 and 4 and 6. So Gideon gets back 4 gold. Everybody else loses their gold.
Well, how much did you bet again, Gandra? 3?
Just 1.
He won. He just
One.
got 1.
That was fun. What's the other game, boys? Let's not spend all our money in one spot here.
Yeah, I'm up a little bit of gold.
Well, if you're looking for any more fun, right down there is 3s. Pretty simple. A lot simpler than this, but you lose money quick.
Fucking line them up.
Can you win money quick though? That's the question.
Well,
Oh,
for sure.
yeah.
But you gotta
You're
have the
terrible
double-
at selling these games.
So basically, rolling all the numbers in the direct value.
I say to the NPC. Just so you're.
All right, so you walk up. There's another similarly looking sort of human gentleman saying, all right, come in for 3s, very simple. You 3 are your first timers.
Have I ever
Indeed,
played
man.
3s before?
None of you have played 3s before.
I have.
Definitely
never.
the first timer.
Yeah.
Well, the bet is, give it, what do you think it is? 3, that's right, 3. So, all players bet 3, you take turns running 5 dice. You throw 5 dice, you add those up, lowest score wins. Best part is, 3s are worth nothing. Nada, zippo, zilch. That's how you win, you roll 3s. Do you want to play?
So we play against each other?
You play against whoever's betting, sir. Whoever wins the pot.
Well,
I'll throw 3 down.
we'd just be sharing our money. Is there any other people at the table, or is it just
There's
us?
about 3 or
The
4
hell-
different people sitting at the table.
And the house
Okay.
takes a roll too, right?
Correct.
It's more like it sounds like you should be betting the house.
I'm putting 3 down. I don't care who I'm betting. Take
I'll
any
put-
of our money.
I'll put my 2 down. I'm up 2 right now. I'll put my winnings down. 2 gold.
The ante is 3. So the bet is 3. Everybody
Oh,
bets.
Give me 3.
3 then. Yeah, that makes sense. It's 3. Yeah, 3s. Right. Yeah.
So Gideon's in, Ganja's in, Pino, you in?
Yep.
Yeah, the house puts in 3. A couple of other guys put in 3 as well. So right now the pot is at 3, 6, 9, 12, 3 times
Pull up an initiative order.
5, 6, 18.
Everybody roll initiative.
So it's times 18.
Pull up a turn order.
Well, we're not going to pull up a turn order. No need for that. So the first 3 are going to go as you 3. So go ahead, Gideon, roll 5d6. So you're looking for the lowest score.
You only rolled
The lowest.
6 and 3s mean nothing.
And 3s mean 0.
Wow. 14 with no
14. It's not bad. I mean, 1, 1,
14
2.
with no
That's
3s.
really good.
That 6 killed me.
Yeah, but still 1, 1, 2 makes up for a lot.
No shit.
Yeah, it definitely does. All right. All right, so go ahead, Ganja.
Wow.
Oh,
13
So it's
for
10.
Ganja.
It's 10.
He goes, oh!
It's 10. It's 10.
3s are
Oh,
nothing.
it's 10, you're right. 10. So he turns around, he goes, oh, look at this one go. He's got you on the ropes, son. You're not winning nothing today.
I
Hey,
certainly not. I leave the game
I get the most Fonzie ever. A.
Pino, you're up.
Ooh.
21.
Ooh, Pino with a
That's a
21.
rough one.
Five,
Come,
five,
Pino,
five.
let's drink home.
The guy turns to you and goes, "Wah
Play some
wah."
I
The other,
smack
the
my
house-
hand on the table and stand up.
Yeah, the house
the way-
rolls.
I'd like to mention this whole night is Ganja's first time ever gambling. He's never gambled in his life.
Yeah. So first thing, the house rolls. Whoa, house rolls at 23. No good there. Then
Everybody
the
beat the house. This is why we should be betting against the fucking house.
halfling that's sitting beside you rolls.
Oh,
my
A 5. Rolls
That's
a 5.
5.
Yo, he rolled a 5. Get the fuck up from the table.
What?
Wow. Fuck this game.
And then the dwarf
Yo,
rolls.
fuck him, yo.
You know what?
Halfling luck is ridiculous.
Uh,
you know what?
10,
So that's 6.
16.
So the 5 wins.
I feel like this
So the
halfling.
halfling, the halfling just goes woo, and then he grabs all of the gold in hand, which is about 18 gold, and then he goes another.
I'm gonna make sure he's not changing out the dice. He doesn't got weight.
He said another.
I'm gonna watch this motherfucker.
So anybody else in?
He said another
I'll throw-
like that.
Fuck it, I'll
The
throw
dwarf-
3 more in. I'm a sucker.
The dwarf stands up and goes, "Oh fuck that!" and then he dicks off. So right now it's got Gideon, Pino, Ganja, the house, and the halfling in. So we are betting for 1, 2, 3, 4, 15. Or sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's wrong. 1, 5, 2, 3. Oh yeah, 15. Okay, we're betting for 15. So Gideon, you can go ahead and take your roll first.
I tell you, that another was funny as fuck.
Oh, nice.
Not a bad roll. Not bad. 4,
Eight,
6,
eight,
7,
eight.
8,
Minus 6.
8. 8 for Gideon.
Well done, my friend.
Thank
I
you, my
stand up
brother.
like I've already lost.
That's your turn next, Pino. He goes, "Oh, come on. Don't be a sad sap. You could win next."
I look for a girl to blow on my dice.
There's only there is a dragonborn female
Oh.
that you do know is a female.
Beautiful.
A
Beautiful.
halfling- or sorry, a tiefling female who's rather sensual but has these large horns, like the girl from Star Wars. And then there's pretty ratty, human women that are scattered about as well.
I definitely hold the dice up to the tiefling and give her a wink.
All right, the tiefling just goes and then sort of smiles at you.
And I throw it at the table without even looking.
Whoa, not bad, but not
Shit.
great. That's 9. Oh, that's
Still 15. I'm done with this game.
It looks like you don't know how to handle the attentions of a woman, mate.
I'm done with this game. Fuck
And
you.
all of a sudden, the tiefling walks over to Gideon and just sort of puts her hand on his arm and grabs his arm in.
Have fun with that. I've heard they're crazy.
I'll
Just my type, mate.
I'll gesture at the dice to the halfling and I'll say after you.
The halfling? Okay, so the halfling goes, "Oh, 2 right, mate." He
I lost
throws
that.
off
Hey, I'm gonna look him dead in the eyes, like, bro, don't fucking win.
2, 4,
Yeah,
8,
I
9,
was-
4, he's got 13.
Okay, so he's definitely not changing the dice out. And whenever it's my turn, I'll roll.
All right, it's your turn.
I'll grab. You know what? I'll grab the dice up after him.
Okay.
And I'll roll.
No.
Yeah.
You're definitely not. You're definitely not holding them either. So okay, now we're on to the last one. The house rolls theirs.
12.
Hey, Gideon
8,
wins.
12.
Good
Gideon,
boy,
you
mate.
are the
Next
winner.
round's on
He
you.
goes- He's like, "Congratulations, sir! 15 gold goes your way. Do you want to play again?"
Another.
Uh, You know what? I'm gonna nod, or I'm gonna grab Pino and Gideon, and I'm gonna huddle up a little bit.
Okay.
What if we play this together? as a house. You know, if you win, we get our money back. If he wins, you get your money back. If I win, you get your money back, kind of thing.
You've gambled once in your life and you want to scheme the house, mate?
Hey, man, it is what it is, right? I'm learning from the
Pump your
best.
brakes there, mate.
I'm learning from the
You
best.
gotta walk a bit before you run. And Lord knows you need to at least crawl before you scam.
Fuck
Hey,
this game. I ain't playing
I'm
this
learning
one.
the best. If
Always
we
throw
work
some
together-
darts before we fucking
If
go.
we work together, we
Their
can make
faces
some
off.
money.
I gotta tell you though, I gotta play one more round at least. Just one more round. I gotta see how far my luck is going.
I'm out.
All right, so Pino's out. He heads over to play some dice. Gideon
Darts.
and play some darts. Gideon and Ganja are still in. The house is still in. And that halfling is still
No,
in.
I'm not. If like Gideon's not down for what I suggested, and Pino's out, so I'm also out. But I'll watch
All right.
Gideon.
I'll do one more
I'll
game.
watch Gideon play.
Turns and goes, all right, lucky number 3s with 3 on 3 for 9. And he turns to you and goes, let's play. You roll first, sir.
Wait a minute. Wait, let me say one more thing. I'm gonna take 3 extra gold to bet so the tiefling can play because she showed me some love when I was winning.
Okay, so then you have a lady in the mix. At which point you see one of the guys go, Omen, and it's this grumpy dwarf as well, and he slams down his 3 gold as well. So he goes, oh, no longer 3. We've got a full house, ladies and gentlemen. We've got 15. Let's play. You, sir, are first.
Gotcha.
And he turns to you, Gideon. Oh, damn! 5, 9.
It's minus
11.
3, Jared.
Oh,
8.
Yeah, 8.
8 again. You see why I had to play one more time? Are you fucking
8
serious?
again. The lady grabs her dice and she actually pulls some dice out.
I got a 3. It's not.
Yeah, the lady pulls her some dice out from behind her and sort of out of her cloak and goes, "Can I use these?" And the house goes, "All right, man, we're gonna." What's that?
Oh no.
The house turns around and goes, "Sorry, ma'am, only house dice." At which point he hands them to her. She gives them a throw. That's not good. 16 for her. The halfling throws next.
I'm watching the halfling again.
Fucking
6, 7.
Wow. That's minus 6. That's a 7.
I was watching him. Is he fucking with the dice?
Make a perception check. As you do that, no, he's not fucking with the dice. As you do that, the dwarf takes his turn. Ooh, 21 for the dwarf. The dwarf just says, "Oh, for fuck's sakes!" and then he takes off with or anything. The guy, the human behind the table, he takes his roll. 19 minus 3, so 16. So he turns and goes, "Lucky winner, winner, winner! Here you go, sir. 15 gold for you as well." The halfling just goes, "Woo!" and then he sits there
Flip
and
the table, Gideon. Flip the table.
Nah, it's unnecessary. When you gamble, you gotta understand sometimes you lose.
All right, so you guys make your. Are you staying around for another round there?
For a good reason.
Are you playing another round, Gideon?
I am done. I'm gonna take my leave. I've had enough fun. I stand up. I bow to the lady, and then
All
I
right.
signal to the bartender, "Bring more drinks."
She turns to you and goes, "Where are you sitting, honey?"
Oh, what's the next thing we're doing?
Come to
So
the
you
dart
guys
table.
wanna- Yeah, Pino's heading over to the darts.
Oh, is there another gambling game?
No, there's really only the 3 that are being played throughout this tavern.
Wasn't
The
it
darts are gambling?
The acre thing and the dart thing is gambling too, or no?
Yeah, the dart thing would be gambling as well.
Oh, all right. Why
I
not?
mean,
I'll
it's
go
basic.
Pino. I'll go over with Pino.
Yeah, I'll join too.
All right, so you guys all walk over. She goes, "They'll be over there when you get there." I don't know why I all of a sudden gave her a southern accent. So you guys head over there. She walks over with the stilts, slams them down. She sort of tips her hat and then walks back to the bar. There's another round of grog. Right now, Dab is just sort of like running back and forth to all of these different games that you guys are going to. So the way darts work, it's going to be a little bit longer, but what this is it is darts. However, you just basically bet on who wins. So it's a large bet placed at the beginning. You guys take over the game, as it were, for the first time. So it's going to be all against you. So you're sort of keeping it all in. There is no house to win against. And so the way this works is, and you all would know this, you take turns rolling a d20 and a d6 3 times. So those are your 3 darts. So the d20 determines what number you're going to hit. The d6 numbers determines where on the number it hits. For example, a 1 is going to be the outer ring, if anybody's actually played darts before. A 6 is going to be in the bullseye. A 1 is in the outer ring, and a 6 is in the bullseye. And then anywhere in between in order would be, the main, the middle ring, and then the middle as well. So that middle ring is going to be probably either a 6 or a 7, and then a 5 or a 4 is going to be the middle ring, the inside ring. No, wait. So the outer ring,
1 for the double, 2 for the number, 3 for the triple, 4 for the number, 5 for the outer ring, 6 for the bullseye.
Yeah.
Is that how it would be?
Yeah, you got it. 5 is the miss, though. 5 is
It's really long, actually. I'll just watch.
5 is a miss.
5 is a miss off the board because you've got the double is on the outside, then you've got the regular number, then the triple, and then you've got the regular number, then you've got the outer ring, inner ring. You're right. Sorry, 5 is the outer ring, 6 is the inner ring.
So can I try to pull the halfling over and make him play with us? You got this?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna bring a drink up to him and tell him, "Why don't you come bring some of those winnings over to the dartboard?"
I'm out for getting any money any way I can.
Perfect. Come on over, Fred, and join us for a drink.
You're gathering that the halfling is fairly drunk at this point. He's getting pretty wobbly, and he's sort of screaming "woo" a lot. So,
I'm going to
Ric Flair.
I'm gonna whisper. I'm gonna use the cantrip message and whisper under my breath and send it to Dab and say, "This halfling is getting pretty drunk, and we got him distracted. Why don't you try picking his pockets?"
The thing about it is, I definitely was going to do that. I just don't want to discuss it.
Well, that's why I'm using message, because only Dab can hear me.
Or something, because we cannot have the full discussion about crime like that.
So as I'm sitting in the back, as I'm sitting in the back, I definitely get this message, and I can. I can't say nothing back without people hearing around me.
You?
I think you can reply, actually.
Only the target hears a message. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. I thought you were just saying it. My fault, bro.
No.
Are you sending that message to all of us?
Yeah, I'm actually
only you can hear.
You hear and you can reply.
Yeah, so I've said this under my breath as the halfling's kind of walking his way over, not really paying attention to me when I can. And yeah, I'm going to send it to everybody in the group in the vicinity.
So
can I even do that, or is that just one person? Do multiple. Person. All right, so I'm going to send one to Dab, one to Gideon.
Now you have to point your finger, but I'm sort of seeing you just doing this, like, "Hey," you're pointing to Dab and just sort of.
I'll just pretend to scratch my face and point my finger in the right direction.
So I'll hear this and I'll reply back if I can. If not, I'm gonna definitely try to pick his pocket, but I'm gonna wait till he's throwing the dart so he's distracted to hopefully roll an advantage.
Okay. All right. So if any of you have played a dartboard, I believe there is 1 to 20 on the board, if I'm not mistaken. And then you have the rings. Your first one to 301. This isn't like regular darts where you have to get exactly 301. It's just first to 301 wins. So Gideon, he parked up. Yeah, it was only Pino that's playing, right?
I'll play.
Okay, so Ganja's going to play as well. We'll cut that in half. Then we'll cut it to 150. Just because that'll take probably 4 rounds. So we'll cut it to 150 for the goal. First one to 150. He turns to you and goes, "How much are we betting for?"
I pull out 10 gold.
10 gold?
No, 5 gold. Sorry, 5 gold. Just 5. The same I did before.
Yeah, you pull out the 5 gold. He pulls out his 10 gold. He pulls out 15 gold out of his pocket and goes, "What do we make it interesting?"
Oh shit!
I'll bow out of that. You can go ahead and play.
Yeah, I'll throw down 15.
All right, he throws down 15. You throw down
Okay,
15. He turns to Ganju and goes, ah.
I've
And then he turns
the
to
game, but I've never done it for money before. So
he turns to Gideon and goes, "You're a pirate. You gotta be in. Give me that booty."
Wait a minute, mate. What is this piracy you speak of? And I look at him and I give him a glare like, remember where the fuck we're at.
He turns to you and goes, "Not bad, bro." But come on. So he's clearly getting the mead he's been drinking is starting to get to him a little bit.
Got you. I'll play.
All right, so here you're in as well. So you drop down 15 gold as well, which I think might spend a good portion of your reserves of gold at this point. But anyways, all three of you.
4 gold after I just won 15 though. So
that's true. That's true. So
he's sitting on 80 right now.
Yeah. All right.
Before
So
the 15.
I
didn't even sell too.
And I'm about to.
We're gonna make this real quick. We'll go through one round. Gideon, I need you to make your throw. So you're going to throw a D20 and a D6. What number are you aiming for? Oh, wait a minute. You don't even get to pick. It's just going to happen. So
I'm going to roll a D20.
All right. So you're going to get an 11.
And then roll a D6, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So
all right. So you are 3. So that'll be 1 is the outer, 2, 3. So you're in the inner ring. So that'll still be 11.
So which one is triple
9.
then?
Triple's the inner ring, isn't it? Or is triple the outer ring? No, triple's the
triple,
outer ring.
So one is
the very outer ring. The very outer ring is times 2.
Yeah.
So that would be
1.
times 2, and then the 2 would be like
number.
the big thick, which would just be 11, and then 3 would be the inner ring, which is times 3.
Apologies, you're right. It's times
which
3.
is times 3, and then the 4 would be the next inner ring, which is still just 11, and then 5 is 50 points, and bullseye's 100 or something.
3, so that's 33. So 150 minus 33, you are at 117. So that is Gideon is at 117.
You still get 2 more D6s, right?
Yep, you still get 2 more. Well, he gets 2 more rolls. Yeah.
Each dart
Okay,
rolls,
so I'll throw
roll D20 and then
Yeah.
6.
D20. $16.
All right. So you're getting a 16. Whoa! So all of a sudden you're realizing he's got deadly good accuracy.
It makes sense, mate.
180.
You're at 69 right now.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
And then I'm gonna throw my
I think I
last.
might have to jack this to 301. Just because this is gonna go quick. So I think I will jack it back up to 301. So you're rolling a 4, go ahead and roll your D20. So you're getting a 4. So 69 minus 4, you're at 65.
If you can go over, Mike, you can just add it together.
Yeah. Gideon is at 65.
My turn is over now, right?
Yeah,
Correct.
3 darts.
It is
Okay,
the
I'm
halfling turn.
Mary Jade's Fern and start rolling it up.
All right, so you start rolling up some Mary Jade's Fern. The halfling is going to take his turn. He's going to roll his D20 first.
So now, as he's throwing, he's
19.
distracted. Can I try to pick his pockets?
Wait a
with
minute, wait,
advantage?
Dad.
Oh, okay.
Wait a little while.
So that'll just be a 19. Oh, I have to 301, 150. Give me a second. 150 because I'm going from 301. 150 minus 65. So your total score was 85. So 301 minus 85. Your actual score right now. 216.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing.
Who's got 216?
I'm literally keeping 3 calculators open at this point.
This is the halfling.
Yeah, so this is the halfling right now.
He's going down. No, he's going down now.
16.
Oh, okay. You go down. My fault.
Yeah, so you have 216 right now, Al. The halfling is, so he rolled a 2, but he only rolled a 19, so that's first he's getting a 19, 301 minus 19. Yeah. Next is going to be a D20, and then a D6. So 13 times 3.
39.
So minus 39. He's at 243, and then he's going to roll his final. 17. Oh, times 1. 17.
That's double.
Oh, so times 2. So he is at 209 total.
Oh, excellent throw, mate. And then I offer him some Mary Jane's Fern.
Okay. He turns to you and goes, "Oh, cool!" And he grabs it. He starts to smoke it from the wrong end. So
Oh, careful there, man. Careful there. That's
you flip it around. He takes it in. And he goes, and then he goes.
As he's coughing, I slap him on the back trying to help him. Dad, make your fucking move.
So
Dad,
that
make a sleight of hand check with advantage.
Are you okay there, mate? I'm sorry, I
he's
thought
just
you handle it there.
He's like,
And as he's doing that, I start throwing dice to try to keep his attention.
19.
So a 19 will succeed. Now roll a d20. We'll see how much you get. So it's going to be roll a d100. We'll see what percentage of gold you get.
Come on.
I'm blocking
62.
out everybody trying to look.
Gold. So you reach in, you feel an absorbent amount of gold. It's insane. Like this dude's pockets are full. And so you reach with one hand, and because he's hacking, you reach in with the other hand. You dip back up. You pull out 30 gold out of his pockets, and manage to just sort of start stuffing them in your pockets as this guy's just hacking away and coughing and coughing.
I've got a bag too that I'll definitely put it in, so it's not as I'm just
okay.
kind of
So
like
you sort of shove it in pockets and inside your bag, and you go to walk back.
I would have sort of turn him away from Dab, so when he comes to, he's not looking toward Dab.
Yeah.
Okay, then, mate. Hey, get this man a drink. And then I hand him.
What are you guys doing over there? Can I throw my darts or what? Huh?
I'm gonna give him a mug of grog.
Definitely just trying to keep his attention anywhere but his pockets.
Yeah, he takes the mug of grog. He goes, "Oh, thank you. Well, yeah. I think it's your turn."
Yeah, come on. You're holding the game up, mate.
All right, so 4 for Pino.
And a 4, so that's just 4.
A 5? No, that's inside ring.
Oh, that's oh shit.
That's 25.
No. Is it 25 or is it? Yeah, cool.
25. 50 is the inner ring, so
Okay.
bullseye is 50. So
I feel like those should be higher.
I got some fancy dabs.
Nice.
Are you looking at the chat?
Ooh,
Pino.
20. What chat? Huh?
The Discord.
So 50 odds.
it's really cutting in and out.
I got fancy dabs.
Okay, your D6 there, Pino.
The fuck? Yeah. Sorry, I was just looking at the chat. Did I see you donated $500?
No, I fucking got fancy dabs. Gold. It's called ring gold. It's got a little leprechaun on the silicone.
Oh, Pino hits the bullseye.
Look at the Twitch chat.
Wait, what? No, did Ralphie just fucking donate? Ralphie, what the fuck?
What the fuck?
No,
That doesn't seem right. What the fuck?
That can't be right.
I don't know. Just
Fuck you, no way.
Ralphie, did you
Oh,
fuck
he just
up?
wrote that in. Ralphie just wrote that in because
No,
it
it's
wasn't the word donated.
He
No, man.
doanted it.
He what?
He doanted it.
He just
Don't
wrote
answer
that.
it. Yeah.
Oh,
Fucking Ralphie.
but it's even the fucking the text is different and everything.
Well, you could
Well-
change that.
Check your account.
No.
When does he give it to you?
It wouldn't say doanted.
No.
Well, the only thing that's weird though is that it doesn't say. The only thing that it gives me a little bit of concern is that it doesn't have the colon there. See, it just says has. It took away the colon. So that could be just terrible programming.
I don't think it's real. If it is, fuck that Ralphie. But
Either Ralphie's a G or Ralphie's fucking with us.
Ralphie's definitely fucking with us.
Either way, Ralphie's a G.
It's
Either way,
yeah, that's a fair point.
I just want to point out that Pino has now hit the inner ring, or sorry, the outside ring of the bullseye and the inner ring of the bullseye. He's down to
running away
226
with
at
it.
the moment. All right, 19. Roll your d6, sir.
It's lagging.
So 19 times 2. So that's
38.
That's 38 minus 38. So you are currently at 188. So as you guys are finishing up this round, right now you have the guy is at the tiefling, or the halfling is at 209. You are at 216, I believe. Yeah, you're at 216, Gideon. And right now, Pino is at 188. As you guys are doing this, the halfling comes over, drops the drinks down, and looks at both you and Pino, and you see her drop the drinks down. All of a sudden, you hear a voice in your head goes, "Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves." And then she just walks away.
Do we get to respond?
You can, to a whisper, you are able to respond.
All right, bet. So it's like, the only thing I'm ashamed of is not getting a chance at you tonight. So, is it the next round?
It is the next round. It is your roll. All right, 13. Roll your d6. Heyo, so that's just 13. So as you throw, you're hearing back in your heads as well. It was his birthday. He had just got
and he's having a great time.
How much you take?
He ain't gonna remember anyway.
I'm not sure what you're referring to, man.
And so what's interesting to you, Pino, is that this is more of a conversation now. So you're gathering that this isn't message. This is actually some type of telepathy that this halfling seems to have. But in your head, you're sort of hearing a group conversation go on, and goes, "I saw it, guys. Come on."
What kind of perception does this woman have? I think to myself.
So, Dab, you're hearing this as well.
And I'll
she
answer
goes,
back.
"How much
And I'll answer back. How much you looking for?
Shooter, look. Somebody give her a freaking couple gold. Jesus.
Yo, I was gonna take care of it when we go pay the tab.
Well,
And
mind
she
teller.
goes, all of a sudden you hear, "Well, he was a bit of an asshole anyways. Throw me 10 gold and we'll be even."
Even Steven, man.
And I'll throw her 10 gold under, like, very secretively.
While we're playing. While he goes and gets me another round.
I'm gonna give you some
Walking
gold
the
to go
bathroom.
cover the tab too, Dab.
And I'll do that as well.
I don't think our tab's that expensive.
3
But I
rounds or
mean,
something
you know,
like
we
that.
had a good time.
It was 25 copper for a shot. And anyway, doesn't matter. Who's throw?
It's mine. I think it's my second. I can't remember.
It's your second throw, yep. You're at 203 right now. A 2 is not great. Roll your second. That could help you. Ew, there's a bullseye. Everybody knows in darts you don't want to hit a bullseye when you're trying to get this down. No, you want trip 20.
Yeah. But
180.
180. And then we got a 17.
trip 17 or above is the only thing that's better than a bullseye.
Oh, there's an inner ring. All right, you're at 128 there, Gideon. So the halfling's going to step up and do his turn. 14. So he's just going to get a raw 14. Second run. A 2. And then a 4, so it's just going to be an actual 2. That sucks. And then a 17 and a 5, so he's going to get 25. He's at 168. He's in last place right now.
I throw my darts just as he pulls off his last one.
Okay, so you're keeping him occupied. Got it.
Garbage.
3 and a 2. That is garbage. That's just a straight 3. A 10 and a 3. There you go. So that's 30.
Nice.
Another 10. And a 4, so that's another 10. It's right now it's Gideon in the lead. So Gideon, you're up. We'll get going through this quick. Just D20, then D6, then D20, then D6.
Got you.
A 13 and a 5, another 25 down. A 16 and a 3, triple 16s. Somebody do math for me.
16, that's 36,
45,
42,
48.
48.
Oh, 48. 7, you got 55 to go. 7 and a 4, you're going down by 7 again. So that is your turn. You're down to 48 in total. It is the halfling's turn. A 2, pretty piss poor. A 2 and a 2, so he goes down by 2. My goodness. A 5 and a 5, so it's 25. And then an 8 and a 2, so an 8. Fuck, he's hurting. He's only at 133. It's better than Pino though. Pino's at 145. Pino rolls a 1
Just pay me the money now, mate.
and a 3.
Times 3.
Yeah. Oh, you got a whopping 3 there, Chief. 13 and a 2, so another 13.
Fuck this game.
Another 1. Hey, you got a natural 20 though.
A
All
6, you mean?
You're at, natural 6. You're at 79. Gideon, you could end it here, buddy.
I do believe I will.
Oh shit, nat 20. Oh!
I messaged Gideon. We were in this together, right?
There you go. Nat 20. That clears the board. The halfling goes, oh, come on. Can you?
Well, mate, sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose. But as long as you live to play again, right? And I heard it's your turn. I'm gonna collect my winnings and I'm gonna put 5 gold back in his hand. Happy birthday, mate.
So he just gave you 15 gold and he turns to you and goes, happy birthday to you too.
I take my cup and cheers him and walk over to the lady and start asking for a room for the night.
So I just went up 45 gold, right? Because we all bet 15, right?
Yeah, I went up 30.
Yeah, I went up 30.
You went up 30 gold, yeah.
Yeah, Dab's got something to share with that.
Oh my god, I keep fucking up today, bro. This makes sense that the pirate was the best at gambling.
No fucking way.
Well, mate, I do believe I'm quite lucky. Now I'm gonna go to the bar and make eyes at that chick with the horns again.
So he sort of turns to you. You guys get to the bar. There, Sybil stands there and goes, "Y'all a bunch of sons of bitches, aren't you?"
Indeed, we are. But you
robbed me.
Moments of it.
I'm not saying he didn't deserve it. I'm just saying you didn't have to do it to
deserve it, but we did it anyway.
I'm pretty indiscriminatory.
She giggles it and goes, I'm assuming you guys want a room for the night.
A few if we could, please.
Oh, you mean you don't want to all sleep in the same bed?
I know it might look like that, but it's
the only
not.
person here that I bet does not have the equipment these gentlemen possess.
Well, given the fact that I know you guys can afford it, it'll be 1 gold piece. It'll be, sorry, not 1 gold piece. Goddamn. It'll be about 5 gold pieces each for a night.
I like your first deal.
All right. How about...
How many of them are you?
There are 5 of us, right? 4?
5.
Damn,
5
you get 20 gold for one night?
20 gold for 1 night for all of you.
How many bugs are in these rooms?
There's not a goddamn bug in there. That's why
I
it's
said
20 gold.
bed.
Does it come with a bottle?
They come with a pretty large bed each, and they each have their own soaking tub.
Yeah, you
Okay,
can sleep in the tub in my room.
I don't say nothing. I just hand over the 5 gold. Take the girl up soon, please.
Of course, you hand over my 5 gold. It's not mine no more. I'm sorry. I pay 5 gold. I want to be stingy.
I need a split on that gold you took in, homie.
Yeah, I'll just rest on Pino's floor.
Dad said I'm not buying a room, your asshole, Dad.
Yeah.
And Dad, I'm gonna need to cut off that gold you took in, homie. That was not a one-man stand.
So are you guys taking the 20 for the night?
I'm gonna pay 5 for myself. I can't speak for nobody else.
We do.
Well, she's offering, if everybody's willing to pay, it's 20 for everybody for a room like that for the night.
I'll do 4.
So it's 4 each.
Oh, yeah, I'll do that.
Fuck you. Your own room, Dad. 4 each.
I'll pay.
All right, so all of you go into your rooms. All
Dad,
of you
why
get
don't
to
you
your
just pay?
rooms.
Why don't you just pay with that fancy 20 you got in your pocket?
You don't know what I got.
I don't care what you got.
I'm nodding towards the.
Yeah.
What we did.
So I want to point something very specific out. Dab has yet to disclose how much he got, and none of you know how much he got.
Well, I seen him win, and I'm assuming he got his hands in there, so I'm assuming he got more than the. I don't know. I just want him to pay.
You would have no idea.
I'm assuming he got something.
So.
Well, we had that conversation. He paid 10 gold very easily to this lady. I'm assuming
he
he
had a
got
lot
more
of
than
money,
10.
but you still don't know the exact dollar amount. What was the exact dollar amount?
I don't.
60 something?
30.
It was, well, he said 30 gold, but yeah.
30 gold.
30 gold, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I say, I'm going off the fact that she asked for 10 and you gave it up very easily.
Yeah, and I'll
You
say,
stingy prick.
so she asked for 10?
Yeah.
So
For
we've
to
only
keep her
got
mouth
20?
shut.
So we've only got 20 now.
Yeah, well, from the stealing, yes.
Yeah.
So basically, you get to stay in there for free for the night for 30 for stealing.
So it's only 15, right? Is what she's asking.
It's
right
20
now?
gold altogether.
Well, fuck
He's asking
me
for
then.
20 gold
And I'll just say I've only got 15.
And she goes, "Well, the rest of your friends are going to pay anyways. It's not 20 each; it's 20 altogether."
No, I'm paying for everybody, but
Yeah?
I'll tell the rest of them I'm $5 short on the total bill.
Okay.
Does anybody else?
I'll throw it in.
Yeah, I'll throw in
I'm gonna pay for my own room anyway for the 4 or 5 gold anyway. I don't give a shit.
And I'm trying to slide it like that 5 gold that I just stole never existed.
Okay.
I'm not gonna haggle over it.
Yep, I'll put in my share.
So you guys all pay up. She goes, "It's been a pleasure doing business with you. If you're going to pull that shit in my bar again, please let me choose the victim. Head on up."
I like you. Thank you very much. And have a
I
good
shake
night.
my head. She's a skinflint like a mother.
As we're
a
heading
woman
up,
cut from
I-
my own
I'd
cloth.
say, hey, fellas, probably be a good idea for that. Maybe 1 or 2 of us to go check and see how our buddy Rufus is doing.
As long as nobody fucked with him.
Well, I have a bat
He should
on
be
my
all right.
agenda, mate. So if you want to go spend your time in the dark with a zombie, by all means.
Oh, I don't want to spend my time. I just, if something goes sour, it's gonna be aimed right back at us. Still,
Well,
welcome.
being that you are one of the ones that controls the zombies, I would think you're the perfect candidate for this trip.
Deb, you want to go for a walk? He's your zombie, and we're the 2 best equipped to deal with him.
I'll
if something does.
reluctantly go because there's a half sense there, but I'm still fairly confident that I have full control of Rufus, and that we're going for nothing. But I'm up for smoking the pipe while we walk. I wasn't much ready for bed anyway, and I didn't do much gambling, so I'm obviously
not
gonna
into
give us
that.
a pipe.
Richter tried
I'm
already.
trying to signal from the stairs. I'm
I'm
trying
not
to get the attention of
I'm not trying to force you to smoke anything. I'm just saying the reason I'm staying awake
No,
is
no.
because I'm not tired yet.
peer pressure. Peer pressure.
You want
No,
smoke?
I'll
I'm not gonna force you.
get high. I'll get high. I just Yeah.
All these are thoughts I'm
Yeah,
having
so I
myself. I'm not saying this
You
out
thought,
loud. It's
you
just
thought he was offering you some unicorn blood?
Peer
No,
pressure.
he said, well, he phrased it "smoke in the pipe," and I was like,
Peer
no,
pressure.
Richter
No.
already tried that. I'm,
no.
you know,
What?
Oh, wow.
What?
Hashtag gay joke.
What?
I don't know what you're talking. I'm gonna smoke
Okay,
my pipe. Either way,
I'll
Yeah.
go-
Either way, you guys head back out to the
Yo,
carriage.
Familiar, bro. He's gonna give it to you,
You know-
bro.
Pino, Gideon, and Richter all make their way into their rooms. Their rooms are hardwood floored, like they're very beautiful rooms. They're not ornate or anything else like that, but it's hardwood floors, hardwood walls, hardwood ceilings. What looks to be a rather comfortable bed, a lot more comfortable than any of you are usually used to. A large soaker tub sits pretty well kitty corner to the bed, with a small fireplace right beside it, and a large kettle sitting there near there. All of you fill up, go to the sort of the well that's in your room. One thing that's very huge about this is you have a well in your room. You actually have a well pump in your room, each individually, so you don't have to go down the hall or anything else like that for it, which is kind of rare. So each of you pump your water into the bath. You fill your water up and you throw your kettle on the fire. You sort of de-stress from the day. This is probably going to be the best sleep you've had in quite a long time. Dab and Ganja, you head out to the carriage. You don't hear anything right now. What else? What are you doing?
just smoking as we go along, I guess.
Yeah, but so you guys get to the carriage. You don't hear anything.
We don't hear it. I mean, open it up and look inside, I suppose. But tell Dad, like, what were your exact orders for him again?
my exact orders were here: sit here, don't do shit until we come back. And regardless,
His exact
of what
words were,
happens,
"Sit here and don't move a muscle."
yeah. Regardless of what happens outside until we get back.
Is it still locked?
Yeah, it would have been unlocked from the outside. Yep.
Well, I'll say, I mean, I'll open it up. And
Before Ganja opens the door, I'll just remind him that I can only do so well telling him so many times. In the event he's still here and we just wasted that perfect command I gave last time, I may need your help to command him again to stay still, because I told him until we get back, and this is technically us getting back.
No, I know. That's why I was hesitant to actually open it up.
Which door are you opening? The one that he went into, or the one that opposite to that? Because remember, there's two sides to it.
We would open probably the same one that he went into.
Okay.
How dark is it in this area?
It's getting fairly dark. I mean, this is going to be the middle of the night, so I mean, the birds are, the crickets are chirping, and it's fairly dark. Yeah, and there's no, like, it's not like street lamps are in the so it's fairly dark outside.
Is there anybody around?
Before
not that you can see. I mean, there's the general riffraff that are walking up and down, but
All right, I'll slowly open it, and I'll say, "Yeah, I got your back."
so you slowly open this cabin, the cabin door. You just hear, "Oh," and all of a sudden, the body spins around. When Rufus spins around, he's got sort of the sores on his legs are starting to close up, and there's that. Now it's almost like whale skin that looks across it. It's very dark gray skin that sits upon him right now. He's starting to get more human features, but you look at his face, and his face is showing emotion now. His face is actually showing a human face. He's got a nose. He's got an eyebrows. He's actually starting to form a large amount of hair on his head. He's actually starting to get hair that sort of starts to droop down almost to his ears at this point. You can see a little bit of what looks to be like on the floor of the carriage. You see what looks to be it almost looks like ichor. Like it basically looks like there's blood on the tavern. Are one of you looking in here? So do either of you have any light?
We both have
I've got dark vision. Yeah.
Does that help you see color?
No.
No, it's gray.
No.
Shades of gray.
It's shades of gray. So right now it looks like a dark shade in the lights that you're looking. But one thing, Dab, that you'll notice, it's not black. In your dark vision, it doesn't look black. It's not that jet black ichor that's come from Rufus before.
And I'll try to communicate with Rufus and ask him, do you understand me? I'll say that.
And you say that to Rufus. All of a sudden, ringing in your head, you hear, lies.
Oh, fuck.
What? Oh, fuck what?
I don't know if Rufus answered me or if there's somebody else around here, but I heard some creepy fuck just say lies in my voice. It's a voice I may have heard before. I don't think I've heard it before, but you're one for hearing voices, aren't you?
I got rid of my reason for hearing voices.
Yeah, but
I haven't heard any since that day.
How did your voice sound?
I don't exactly. This is me out of character.
Not like Dr. Claw.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, exactly like.
So you heard Voldemort, not Dr. Claw.
Okay.
Very like.
So either way, there's some. I'm just starting to get into this dark magic here. Can I do a perception check to know if that come from Rufus or if is there any other magic in the area?
It wouldn't be a perception
Or an
check. It'd be an
arcana
arcana check.
Yeah.
Yep.
You said you've heard this. Maybe you've
I don't
heard
think
this voice.
I didn't. I've never heard this voice before. I said it wrong. There's like in character and out of character in the same sentence.
Yeah. I mean, the only difference is that a similar voice would have come into the. Actually, no, I don't think it ever talked to you. I'm trying to remember if there was a voice that came into your head when you guys started crying, but I don't think it did.
But I didn't start crying. I survived, so I would have.
No, I know that. I'm talking to Dab, and I can't remember if there was anything that talked in their heads for that one.
You mean you're talking to me and Ganja?
Yeah.
Pino and Ganja.
Yeah, Pino and Ganja. I don't remember. Was there a voice that you guys heard when you guys closed your eyes?
I don't know. There wasn't a voice. It was just happening, and then it went away. I thought there was something about a voice when we strapped the barrel onto him, but maybe not.
So I'll do my Arcana check.
Go ahead and do your Arcana check.
There we go.
Go! It came directly from Rufus. That came from Rufus.
And then I'll look back and dead into Rufus's eyes, and I'll go, "What lies?
Why am I here? What is this vessel?
I control you. I brought you back. You are in my command. I've given you great powers. You can do great things, Rufus the Stun Zombie, as you have already. Join us, and you may seek eternal fucking life."
I was given this once before.
I
will not make the same mistakes.
No.
And all of a sudden you see Rufus reach down and he sort of rummages in some packs, pulls out a knife, reaches across his neck and slits his throat.
And doesn't die because he's fucking dead already.
Make a Constitution saving throw for Rufus.
Why though? Because he's got the souls in him. So how the fuck's he gonna kill himself if he's got souls in his thing? Did he use up all his souls?
Yeah, because it depends. Just trust me. Make a Constitution saving throw.
I'll bring him a
for
sacrifice if that's what he needs.
What's that, Ganja?
Dab, you are so motherfucking evil, bro.
I pull out a pack of berries out of my pocket. I'm just munching away as this is going on.
You see out of the corner of Dab's eye, he look at Ganja. Right? Human sacrifice.
It's like that Michael Jackson meme where he's like eating the popcorn. I'm doing that right now, but with
Are you gonna roll that Constitution saving throw, or are you still gonna wait for the zombie?
I just had to pull the fucking.
All right,
Hey,
so Rufus
man.
is
I wanna know
zombie.
how
Like,
Ganjo's
he
responding to all
slits his
this
throat. He slits his throat and leans back. All of a sudden, you see like the throat sort of close back up, and you see the head bob back up, and very quickly the throat starts to sort of close in, and then all of a sudden you hear, So what's happened now is
He's reverted back, and
he
he's
died.
Yeah.
He died, and because he's a zombie, he didn't have to use a soul to revert back. He's basically reset the clock as a zombie. Otherwise, so I'm gonna. No, I'm not gonna explain how this works. Basically, yeah, he reset the clock as a zombie. You get to figure out how this.
Not as smart as he was before.
Yeah, but
you just hear
if he was able to kill himself, then that I don't know unless the holder of the thing is able to kill themselves to remove the power of the barrel, or the barrel ran out of fucking souls and he can't keep regenerating. You know what I mean? So he may be
Come
stuck
back
here
to
with
the group.
that
We can
barrel
talk
on him.
about this.
No, I know. But this is thoughts that we're having in the middle of the night while everybody's getting ready to sleep and before we go to bed. So either we run over and wake everybody up for them expensive rooms we just paid for, or figure this shit out on our own and keep Rufus here. So I would then relay all this shit to Ganja, and I'll be like, yo,
so
man,
with the Arcana check that you just did, with the Arcana check you just did, you'd gather that the minute that you made that he slit his throat, you got an immediate stronger connection. You could feel a stronger connection to Rufus, the stunt zombie.
So Rufus was actually coming back to fucking life. Now look at Ganja,
So
and
the
I'll say,
zombie might have been a perfect fucking thing to attach to this because he keeps coming back.
yeah, but not if he keeps killing himself, then it's fucking useless for us. Every time he gets fucking ready to go, or every time he's smart enough to slit his throat, he slits his throat.
Well,
I guess he's not gonna harm I guess he's not gonna harm nobody if all he does as soon as he gets consciousness is kill himself. We'll just have to wait till we come back and roll his fucking con save.
That's how life works.
What's that? I don't
He
know.
just sits there until we're ready to roll his con save when we come back.
Dad, you are evil, bro.
It's good storage.
I mean, we can always,
I don't think we can. I don't think we can get this.
Back. We can still use him.
I don't know if we can. I know we're definitely gonna keep him around. I just don't know if
he doesn't even fucking die.
I just don't know if we should keep him with the barrel or without the barrel. But the more I talk myself into it, I just say, "Fuck it, Rufus, stay here till morning. We'll figure it out then."
Make an Arcana check.
Are you gonna buff?
I'm gonna bless him again.
All right, go ahead and go over the. It's a +4 for bless, right?
Yeah.
No, it's a D4. Rolls a D4.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, he rolls a D4.
I don't need it anyway.
17.
I can make.
I would take it.
Powerful if you want. That's fucking
Not much
18.
more powerful. So yeah, Rufus just sort of sits back down and goes, and you again very quickly, almost quicker this time, you start to see that neck wound actually starting to heal. The gray skin still remains, by the way.
Well, how the fuck can the gray skin remain if you reverted all the way back to death and reset the clock?
He didn't. He didn't revert back to death. He went back to going, and you stopped hearing
his mind basically reset. He had evolved to a point where his mind was better, and then he killed himself, and that restarted.
I mean, he didn't harm his body any further down. So
yeah, there's no more wounds that were added except for the slit.
I mean, even when a zombie first becomes a zombie, if you get somebody who died of a heart attack, you're getting a perfectly good-looking zombie.
Okay, and either way, I'm just gonna look at Ganja. I'm just gonna look at Ganja and say, I'll sit here tonight with him to rest. And you go back, tell the others if they want to deal with this now, we'll deal with it now. If not, we'll deal with it in the morning. There's more than enough room in here for a small gnome as myself to get a good rest while also keeping watch.
You sure you're good, Dab?
He speaks to me when he comes to. He speaks to me when he comes to. So yeah, but then he come back to life because I told him to.
Berry?
No, I'm good on the berries. Munchies haven't kicked in yet. You go on ahead. Let everybody know what we just seen here. But yeah, I don't know. We're gonna have to think about this. Rufus, we can't get rid of Rufus, but I don't know if we need him with the barrel. And then that's a whole different set of issues is how we get the barrel now off of him.
So you guys, you sort of settle in for a long night of watching over Rufus. The rest of you lowered yourselves down in, so you go in as well, Ganja. You lower yourselves into the baths that you've all drawn, taking away some of the harm from your life. You get finally a good bed. You get good food. You get good relaxation as well. All of you see a plate of food sort of slid under the door. It's it's not fantastic food, but it looks to be something like stewed deer with some acorn bread and a tankard of beer. Your doors sit pretty high, by the way, with just a little note card on it that says Sybil with a heart.
I'll gather up Dab's food and drink and stuff like that and bring it to him and come back.
Does he even get one? He didn't buy a room.
He did.
I bought everybody's room.
Yeah,
Oh, I thought
almost.
you said-
Almost.
$5.
Dab, are you watching? Did you close the door and then you're watching Rufus?
Yeah, we're chilling there for the night, so everybody get their rest, and then we're gonna deal with this.
Okay.
Probably next one.
So you jump up on top then, because there's at least some bedding up on top that you can make yourself a pretty good nest. You're a gnome, so you can make a pretty good nest out of some
I
blankets
used to
on
sleep
top.
underground.
It's a beautiful night.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful night. The stars are out. Pino has spent his time sort of smoking on the roof and so on. So you guys take your rest. And one of the best rests you've had for a while. Nothing looming over top of you, or so you think. And you get ready for your shopping spree that you plan to have tomorrow morning, and then potentially going to meet up with your newfound, we may not call him a friend, but your newfound acquaintance, Stillstream, to go deal with some orcs in town. We will call it there for the night. I've got a hard stop, unfortunately. But I think that'll be it. So this has been D&D with THC.
Awesome. Thanks for
It's been
watching. Thanks, Jared, for another great episode of The Lost Mines of Phandelver. We'll be back again this Wednesday with the continuation of the baking campaign / Curse of Strahd. And I think Josh is putting together a one-shot for us, so we'll definitely have a Fan Friday coming up one of these days. We may switch the day from Friday. We're not sure. We'll just we'll let you know for sure. But thanks for watching. Thanks for everybody for coming out tonight and playing. Thanks, Jared, for a great session. Everybody have a great night, and we'll see you Wednesday.
Thanks, guys.
Peace.
Peace.